trying to get everybody. Let me know.
Yep, we're live.
Shalom, we out here once again, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash. And today's date is, what's today's date?
21st.
The 20, I can't believe it, man. 3/21/2020, the year of prophecy.
The date of the purge.
Huh?
The date of the purge.
Right, the night of the purge. Purge starts tonight at 7 o'clock. Have you watched the movie? You don't know that? Yeah. Hey, somebody sent me the comment. Let me check. I don't believe that. Let me check it. It was true, man. 21st of March, 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, the 22nd, and next morning. You know?
Yeah.
So this is the timing, you know? You know, Esau, he does a thing called predictive programming, man. Where he makes, he came out with the movie Omega Man. You know, you know about the Omega Man. Then there was a remake of the same movie called I Am Legend. You know, and this guy Smith had the same name as the guy Charles Heston played. The opening scene, he was in a red Mustang going down the street.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's right.
So it's like the remake, but they twisted it up a little bit.
With a little odds and ends.
Because the original one, guess who the last woman was? He was the last man. Guess who the last woman was? A black woman.
Yeah. Rosalind Cash, right? Yeah.
So he said, if it's the last white man, who you gonna get? You get the last black woman.
Yeah.
And they're gonna bring back, they're gonna bring back society and shit.
Con.
Anyway, anybody got a precept? All right, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
That's talking about Esau. Go ahead.
I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
That's North America. Go ahead.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
He will be like the Most High. Go ahead.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Good scripture. Thou shalt, ultimately you're going to be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. And when they're brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit, what's going to happen? Keep reading. Somebody give me Isaiah 24 and 10. Really the 18th verse, but start at 10. Go ahead and read that. And also somebody hold on deck, and Most High willing will be able to read most of it. 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down.
Yeah, so when you look up the word confusion, that's the Hebrew word Babel, which is Babel. You have two Babels. You have the ancient Babylon, which you have a lot of scholars. Anytime they come across the word Babylon, or daughter of Babylon in Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, whether it's written in Isaiah, whether it's written in Psalms, the daughter of Babel, Isaiah 47, they always say, oh no, that's talking about ancient Babylon. Oh no, it's talking about Babylon now in the Middle East, but it's they were teaching the soldiers when they went down there, that Gulf War, they said, well, this is Babylon. The Bible said we got to destroy Babylon again. They don't realize that the daughter of Babylon is America, man. And you have certain Edomite scholars and biblical prophetic teachers that come out and say, yes, this place is Babylon the Great. All right, so go ahead.
The city of confusion is broken down.
The city of confusion is broken down. Somebody hold Revelation 18. Hold that on deck. Go ahead, read on.
Every house is shut up.
And then don't feel free. If you got a precept, I got a precept. What y'all do anyway? Go ahead.
Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done.
Go ahead.
They shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of Yahweh.
Okay, who shall sing for the majesty of Yahweh? The elect.
Yeah.
When they're going to sing it? When they actually when they get beamed up. Because it's going to be so devastating that they're going to be affrighted. Somebody give me Revelation 11. And go right to the point. When we get beat, it says the righteous is righteous shall scarcely make it. So when these missiles are and we're gonna see the missiles coming, we're gonna get nervous. Are we gonna make it? Then all of a sudden, Most High willing, the tractor beam will come down, beam us up. You're gonna have Edomites looking at us getting beamed up, and then the missiles are gonna come. And then when we get up in the and anybody if Nate makes it, you know, if Nate makes it, he ain't gonna say Most High and Christ bless.
Nope.
Because he'll get kicked out of that ship. You know, we'll open the pod bay doors and
God, boot him up. You could boot it up.
go ahead.
This is Revelation 15, verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous.
Were you reading that up? Sorry.
Revelation 15.
Go ahead, good.
It says 7 angels.
I was going to call that one anyway, but go ahead.
It says 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High.
And we're in between. There's going to be a series of plagues from the angels, but there's trumpets as well. So we're in between the 6th and the 7th trumpet, or the 6th and the 7th trumpet. Somebody give me Job. Job 5 and 19. You can start a couple of verses above that and read a couple of verses down past that. Go ahead.
Reading on, it says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast.
Who got the victory over the beast? The ones that didn't bow down to the beast's image. All right? And that's not talking about a picture of Caesar Borgia. Talking about, well, the image, that's talking about Caesar Borgia. They ain't got lines checking you for the coronavirus talking about, well, you know, you got to bow down and pick the Caesar Borgia or Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
And over his image.
And over his image.
And over his mark.
And over his mark.
And over the number of his name.
Go ahead.
Stand on the sea of glass.
Stand on
the hearts of the Most High.
That's it. Go ahead.
And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord power almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints.
All right. Let's go to what piece of did I say hold?
This is the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Where you at? What verse you in?
Verse 19.
Start at 18.
Okay.
Start at 17.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 17. Behold, happy is a man whom Yahweh by Shem Yahushua correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastity of the Almighty.
You would be chastened by the Most High. In this hell. Go ahead.
When he maketh sore and bindeth up, wounded, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
There shall no evil in 7. When the 7th angel blasts the trumpet, all right, or trouble, we're going to be out of here. That's when all hell is going to break loose. And you can't compare that day to any other day in the history of the planet Earth. Go ahead, read on. There's more to that. In famine, go ahead.
He shall redeem thee from death.
We're going to be redeemed from death. Go ahead.
And in war from the power of the sword.
And in war, we're in war right now. From the power of the sword. Go ahead. What sword is it talking about? It's not talking about somebody pulling out a sheath and using a sword. Like you got these clowns talking about Edomites or the Arabs because they have a sword dance. You know, there's certain Israelites that teach that. Well, first of all, when did you ever see the U.S. troops fight against the Arabs and they pull out swords? They're using guns, man. They're using AKs. They're using Uzis. Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt be
Them
hid.
Arabs are crazy, man. You ever see them earlier in the 90s when they were fighting? They would be on the street corner and they would run in the middle of the street and start crying. And they'll run over here. You know? Then they'll run. They're crazy, man. Them had the wild, intelligent wild acts. Go ahead.
Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
Neither shall thou be afraid when destruction cometh. Go ahead.
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Laugh. Give me Psalms 2. And we're gonna read that whole chapter because it's a short chapter.
Psalms, the 2nd chapter. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain
Yeah,
thing?
because you got the whole world raging right now. I was listening to this guy, Donald J. Trump,
This
making
thing started pulling it down.
his daily whatever, his speech or whatever, and he said there's about 148 nations that are
Like that, to
on
put
back
it on the
on
ground
the
for me.
bandwagon, which is
Started
whole
pulling it down.
coronavirus thing.
Oh, this
Because we
stuff
know what it's going to lead to, you know? Go ahead.
And it says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers
find
take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying,
The anointed are the children of Israel, man. That's why everybody got all eyes on us right now. There's a lot of people who are going to be watching GMS videos because of this coronavirus thing. Go ahead.
let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
The Most High going to laugh and the angels going to laugh. And you just read the precept that we're going to laugh. Go ahead. At the destruction, we shall laugh. Go ahead.
The Lord shall have them in
The
derision.
Lord shall have them in derision. There's going to be a time where all hell is going to break loose, man. You know what? Just go right to Second Ezra 15.
Yeah, I think it's.
And let's read. Let's start from the top.
Yeah.
And let's go through that whole chapter.
This is second
Of
Ezra.
course, precepts are going to come. Let's see how far we get.
This is second Ezra, the 15th chapter.
Can we ever do a whole chapter? Let's see. Go ahead.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
Who are the people of the Lord? The Israelites. Not heathen, not other nations, not Gentiles. Go ahead.
The words of
The
prophecy.
words of prophecy. So what are we supposed to be speaking to them? Are we supposed to tell them we're gonna have a big mega Passover? Because all your you ain't gonna have no more. I show you at the Most High with the mega Passovers, man.
That's right.
You should have followed Yahweh Shai.
God.
How many people did he have at his Passover?
Not many.
There was 12, right? There was 12 people besides himself, man.
God.
All right? Wasn't no big mega Passover. And then you had it in April.
Yeah.
You had no business having it in April, man.
Yeah, with them so-called Jews.
With them that so-called Jews, man.
Yeah.
The so-called Jews are gonna have it on. Well, they doing it anyway. They don't care.
Oh, yeah.
The so-called Jews don't care, man.
Or they above the law.
That's it. You late, brother. You late. We're gonna see you later.
I got a precept.
Go
for you.
ahead. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 11 and
He's
16.
probably working, right? You probably had to work. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 11:16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord power, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
Yeah, little sanctuary in the country.
The Lord always deal with
Hey,
the
you
small.
got a couple of groups in England. You got
Yeah,
in New York and
Yep.
California, and we're small little groups, man.
small little groups.
You know. So that's it, man. And everything's in the scriptures, man. Go ahead, read on.
And it says, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Read again from the top.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
Speak thou in the ears of my people.
The
It didn't
Israelites.
say speak thou in the ears of everybody. speak thou in the ears of, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. It says speak thou in the ears of my people. And then it even goes deeper because it's not all the people. It's the elect.
Right.
It's the elect.
I pray not for them. I'm not praying not for them.
Get that. John 17 and 9. Go ahead.
This is Galatians 6, verse 16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them, and mercy upon them, and mercy upon the Israel of the Most High.
Israel of the Most High. The Israel of the Most High are the elect. The Israel of the Most High are the ones that are written in the book.
Yep.
You know, the book of life.
Life.
Because not all, just because you're Israelite don't mean you written in the book of life, man. So the scriptures say it behooves you to give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. Go ahead, Ak.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 6. Not as though the word of the Most High have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel.
Bam.
Beautiful, because there's a lot of Israelites that don't even want to be Israelites.
Yep.
Give me that one in Isaiah 65 where it says you should leave your name for a curse. That's around about the 13th verse or so.
I got
Matter of fact, you can start at the 9th verse.
I got
Go
the
ahead. Go ahead. Hold on.
John 17:9. I pray.
Y'all are like the angels, man.
Con.
When the Most High gave the angels an
Yep.
order,
Yeah.
they would
Right
just
there.
go, and the
Yeah.
Most High had to come. Wait a minute, you
Hold
want to
it.
destroy all of Israel?
Right.
You know,
Have to hold them back.
like a wild horse, like that bucking horse, but you got it.
Yeah.
Y'all ever rode a horse? Okay, you know how a horse, if you don't have control over the horse, the horse will do what he want to do, man.
Yep. You gotta tame that
You
sucker.
gotta tame that sucker, man.
St. John 17:9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
That's it. Go ahead.
Isaiah 60.
Oh, keep reading.
Con.
Keep reading.
It says, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them.
Go ahead.
And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. And I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are.
Go ahead, read on.
While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name.
Go ahead.
Those that thou gavest me, I have kept.
Go ahead.
And none of them is lost, but the son of perdition,
Who's the son of perdition?
Judas
Judas
Iscariot.
Iscariot. So was he in the truth? He was in the truth, but he wasn't in the truth because of his actions, man.
Yep.
And it tells you that there's actually a prophecy of him. Give me that.
Psalms 109.
Yeah, give me that.
Con. This is the
That
book.
doesn't apply to John the Baptist.
Right.
John the Baptist never left the truth. He did exactly what the Most High wanted him to do, man.
Right, because when John the Baptist when John the Baptist was on the scene and he fulfilled his mission, nobody took his position after he left.
Oh, the part where it says a born woman is no greater than John the Baptist, and if
Yep.
you receive this is the life which won't come. But ye that are least in the kingdom shall be greater than him. What did that mean? That meant that the 12 in the kingdom is going to be over Elijah. Even though Elijah did these great acts, the order, like John. John is going to always be behind Peter. Even though the Lord loved John more than Peter, you know?
Con.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 34, verse 17. And he hath cast the lot for them, and his hand hath divided it unto them by line. They shall possess it forever. From generation to generation shall they dwell therein.
What's the scripture again?
Isaiah 34, verse 17.
I read it again.
It says, and he, I'll start from verse 16. It says, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate.
This is the only book. Look, this is the only book that's speaking about the mark of the beast being a microchip. There's no other ancient book that says this. This is the book. And then even if you read it in a different version, you know what? Let's try something. Let's go to the NJV
Somebody go online?
or whatever. What's give me one of NIV. NIV. No, just go to the NIV. Let's see what the NIV says.
You got different ones.
No. What was he just reading? Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34. Get that.
You gotta go to
Because
the,
even if you go into these other versions, they pretty much give you the gospel too. Go ahead.
This is from the NIV, Isaiah 34:16. Look in the scroll of the Lord and read.
Sometimes, hey,
yeah.
look in the scroll of the Lord and read.
Yeah.
You know?
Look. The third, was it the
Yeah,
26th?
that's what I thought. Yeah. And what is a scroll? Because in the ancient world, you had scrolls, man.
Yeah.
The biggest library in the history of libraries has come from what? Came from Alexandria, Egypt.
Yep.
You know?
In the movie Agora, they show you that there was a bunch of scrolls.
And there was all scrolls.
Yeah.
And you had the different nations, the wise men come and study, man.
Yep.
That's where the whole concept of the library came from, man.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that? Go ahead.
It says, none of these.
Libro.
You gotta have a little fun with it.
Yeah.
man. Go ahead.
Library means to read. It's from the Latin meaning to read.
Yep. And there's one chick I'm dealing with, you know, and she said she's going to the library. And I said, I don't believe that, bitch.
Yeah.
So I went there, and guess what? She was in the library reading.
Con.
I said,
Hey.
oh, shit.
And,
See, what you doing after that?
I came to read.
I came to read. Go ahead, read it.
It says, none of these will be missing, not one will lack her mate.
Woo! Read that from the top.
This is Isaiah 34 and 16 from the NIV version. Look in the scroll.
Oh, by the way, the NIV stands for New International Version. All right.
Yep.
So you got like vocab. You're going into King James. King James is not always accurate.
Yeah.
You're right. We just happen to deal with the King James. But guess what? We can go into the Geneva Bible. We can go into the NIV and see what it says. And then when you deal with the so-called rape, it would actually uses the word rape.
Yeah, one of the versions. Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and read that again, please.
And it's Isaiah 34 and 16. Look in the scroll of the Lord and read. None of these will be missing. Not one will lack her mate. For it is his mouth that has given the order, and his spirit will gather them together.
So this is a spiritual book. That's why when you read it like a Harlequin novel, you're not going to understand it. You're going to close the book. You're going to get frustrated. This doesn't say what you're saying. How you get missiles out of that book? Because this is a spiritual book. And the spirit got to work with you, man.
Yep.
And the Comforter, give me that. The Comforter in St. John, the 14th chapter, I believe it's also spoken of in 16th chapter as well. But that's talking about the book. So when this guy came along saying he's a God-sent Comforter, you should have rebuked that dude and said, wait a minute, man. First of all, it's a book, man. It's
right.
a book.
That's right.
Okay?
This is St. John chapter 14, verse 26.
Go ahead.
But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit.
You want to read a couple of
Yeah.
verses above that?
Holy
Read a couple
Spirit.
of verses above that.
You can start at 17.
Yeah.
This is verse 17.
In reality, the whole book,
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole chapter kind of leads you up to it. But
Kinda.
go ahead.
Verse 17, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive.
Now read another verse above that.
I saw that 15.
Go ahead.
If ye love me, keep my commandments. And
Well,
I
what
will,
does he mean by the commandments? He's talking about the law, statutes, and commandments, which he gave to Moses. Go ahead.
and I will pray to the Father, and he shall give you another comforter. That
And he
may-
shall give you another comforter. Now, another comforter is the scriptures. Because when the Lord left, he gave the book. And the book wasn't even written. Because who was to write the book? The disciples, which are the apostles. The apostle Paul wrote most of the books. So when do we have the book, the full understanding of the scriptures? Because they didn't have the full understanding.
Right.
Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Obadiah, they wrote it down. They saw the visions, but they didn't know what it meant. We know what it means because the book is already put together. So now it's given to us, and we are those people. We are those men, those prophets, those ancient men, those disciples, those apostles coming back. That's one thing that the Christians can't understand. Reincarnation. They go haywire, man.
I got something,
Go
Apostle.
ahead.
This is Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear.
And that's not given to all Israel. Did not Moses make a statement, I wish that they all could be prophets?
Yep.
Does anybody know what that is? It's in Deuteronomy, offhand. In the meantime, you can go to Deuteronomy 29, verse 29.
Might be 32 or 33,
I
maybe.
believe so.
Can I continue
Go
this?
ahead.
It says, for verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them.
But did they, in fact, see him and hear him? Yes. In another body.
Yep.
In another form.
Yeah.
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 Those prophets that were back there that were writing all the books are the same prophets back here now, breaking the book down.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Acts 1, verse 8. It says, but ye shall receive power. After that, the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
What's the uttermost part of the earth? The other side of the earth. What's on the other side of the earth? Right, the West, America. Matter of fact, the Americas, man. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Numbers chapter 11,
Beautiful.
verse 29.
Numbers chapter 11, verse 29. Somebody please put that in your notes so you can remember. You can put
Numbers
that next
11,
to,
29.
Put that next to Deuteronomy 29, right? Go
Numbers
ahead.
11 and what?
11 and 29.
Romans 11 to 29. How you doing? Go ahead.
It says, and Moses said unto him, envious
You
thou.
Israelites too. That's right. Beautiful, man. That's it. That's right. Take care now. Go ahead.
This is Numbers 11 and 29. And Moses said unto him, envious thou for my sake with the Most High that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that
With the
Lord,
Most High that all the Lord's people were prophets. But it ain't going to work that way. Because the Most High would have to have an elect, which are the prophets. And then you're a prophet. You walk down the street, you're a regular Jake, and you like what we hear, and then you start studying, and you become, you don't become a prophet, man. You were born a prophet. There was a certain amount of events that happened, man. There are a lot of things, strange things that I seen as a child that my brothers and sisters didn't go through, man. I saw spirits. I seen a lot of, I forgot a lot of them, but I saw a lot of spiritual things, man, as a child, man. It kind of traumatized me, man. I seen a spirit in the house, and I got scared. I picked up the garbage and threw it at him, you know? Some demons knocked me off my damn bunk bed and shit, bunk bed. I saw this angel come. I couldn't see his face. He had cold. He blew cold in my face when I was about 7 years old. So I seen a lot of things, man. You know. Go ahead.
this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 27. And being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new. And in all ages entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets.
Friends of the Most High and prophets. Moses was considered like a friend to the Most High. Abraham was a friend to the Most High. Give me Numbers 12. Was it Numbers 12? And you got to go up a couple of verses. Around about the 5th verse. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 1 verse 5.
Start at 4.
Jeremiah 1 verse 4. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nation.
Yeah, everything is predestined, man. That's in the book of Ephesians. What is that? Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2, 1 and what? 4. But also, isn't it also in Ephesians 2? But go to the one in Ephesians 1.
Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
So you wasn't going to become a world championship boxer or a singer or a top rapper. You know, you might have had the talent to do that, to do those things, but the Most High is going to do something where you're not going to do that thing, and then you're going to find the truth.
Got one.
Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 14:32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
The spirit to the prophets is subject to the prophets. So the ones that you see how that's out here prophesying week after week, you know, that there's a good chance that we're the prophets. That's how you know a man could be he very well be. That's why we say the hopeful elect, man, because we trying our best to be humble, man. You know? Go ahead, Ak.
Ephesians 3 and 3, how that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote.
Where you reading from?
I'm sorry, Ephesians 3 and 3.
Go ahead.
How that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afore in a few words, whereby when ye read, ye may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Yahushua, which other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is
that's
now.
Paul speaking.
Yeah.
Get down, Paul. Go ahead.
As it is now revealed unto his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's a go. That's blow the dust off that one.
Yeah.
You know what? Also, what comes to mind is what's that? Colossians 1.
Oh yeah, the mystery.
25.
Even the
Start
mystery.
the 19th verse. Even the mystery. Go ahead.
Romans 8 and 20.
See these? Y'all are getting fed good, man. Y'all are getting fed. This is that that royal smorgasbord
Yeah.
of the best food.
Yep.
Okay, and we will bring this to the king. And,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And then we, oh my
Oh,
goodness.
that's Proverbs 9.
You know,
You have killed a beast,
that's it. That's
mingled
it.
a wine, spiced wine.
Because we're eating right now.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
Eating, man.
The spiritual pulse.
That's it.
And you
that's
know
it.
when you're cooking, you got to taste the food. So you're
That's
eating
it.
of
You
it
gotta
taste
too.
it first.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Good chef. That's what a good chef.
Yeah.
And lately, a lot of these comments, you know, on my page, as well as some of y'all, you guys, you gotta be the men of the Lord. You got, you know. And hey, look, let me say this. These other guys, these other camps, a lot of them is teaching truth too.
Yeah.
We don't totally knock them, you know.
Yeah.
If they teaching the right way, we ain't gonna say nothing bad about you. You know, we're not gonna rebuke you.
And
But if you're going off, you're gonna get rebuked. You know.
We're fair.
Exactly.
You know, they're not fair.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate did a video I was watching a couple of weeks ago, and I did a video, and I said, I should not be here, but I am here. And in the video, I said, yeah, this is a good. He broke it down, man. And a lot of times when Captain Zazariak and Captain Kazazak, they be teaching their classes, and people be calling in, I say, yeah, that's it. Like the person that asked a question about the scriptures, and I'll think of precepts, and they'll bring out the same precept.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna knock you on that. Huh? No, I'm not. Now, when it comes to the mark of the beast, being a microchip, I'm going to knock you on that, man. I was watching this guy, GOCC, and he was talking about the mark of the beast. And that's going to lead to the mark.
Yep.
And I did a video on it, man.
That's all.
You know?
And that's a lesson right there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
You said that.
that's right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Who the hell that motherfucker is?
I don't know.
Everybody know us. Hey, the woman and the young kid,
Yeah.
those are the Israelites.
Yep.
You know? That's that fame, man.
God.
Yeah.
That's that fame. Go ahead.
Getting
This is
out there.
Numbers chapter
Give me
12.
that too. I believe that's in Zephaniah, the fame.
This
Go
is
ahead.
Numbers 12 and 5. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision and will speak unto him in a dream.
Go ahead.
My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against him, and he departed.
Yep. We're gonna read no more. I'm gonna read the rest of the story.
Come.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was meditating earlier, right? How, you know, for a long time, we been dealing with whatever we dealing with, and Yahushua said, I thought about this earlier. Yahushua said, the world shall rejoice, but you shall be sorrowful. But your joy shall be turned into, your sorrow shall be turned into joy. So now when the world is sorrowing, the men of the Lord will be rejoicing. You know? So, hey, you know.
Yeah, it said I call of Isaiah 65, ye shall eat.
Kind.
You know, that's the famine, man.
That's beautiful.
Hey, you know what? Hey, truth be told, I've been stocking up. I've been getting water and
Kind.
soups and all that.
Yeah.
You know, little extra stuff.
Yeah.
But in the long run, they can play this thing out for months, and we can all run out of stuff.
Yep.
But you gotta use common sense.
Right, wisdom.
If you know there's gonna be a snowstorm, bad snowstorm, you do your regular shopping. You're gonna do a little extra more shopping.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
use wisdom, man. Don't walk like a complete dummy.
Zombie,
A
yeah.
couple of videos I did earlier this week. I said, if you got your head stuck up your ass, do me a favor, pull your head out your ass.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's time to pull your head out your ass.
Yeah, because now that, like the situation with Elijah,
Somebody give me a redeeming the time in Ephesians.
when he didn't have nothing to eat, right? You know, in the time of famine, he was in a situation where he didn't have control over it, and the Lord stepped in and helped him out. You know, but now if the scriptures say using the world is not abusing it. If you have an opportunity to get what you got to get it.
Yeah.
You know, but then when you're in a situation when there's nothing there, well, that's when the Lord's gonna step in.
Right.
You know, it's stupid. Oh,
What happened?
I guess she took a picture of us.
Oh, this is
Yeah, and then she's laughing. You know, she's smiling.
you're one of them demons.
Well,
And why you taking pictures?
Satan.
Why you took a picture? Huh? No, you can't take. You already took a picture. All right. You send it to the Rothschilds too.
Probably one of them so-called Jews too.
Yeah. Go ahead. And that's something that the so-called Jews are not doing. They're not out here on the highways and the byways,
Nah.
man. You know.
Yeah, where they at? They're usually everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise,
Boom.
redeeming the times, because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time, knowing what time you in.
Yeah.
And what time we in? We at the time when the Most High gonna come and destroy this place. How do we know that? What scriptures can we use right off the top of the dome? What scripture can we use to know? Huh? Second Ezra 9? Or what else?
Yeah, you got Daniel 12, time of trouble.
Now, there's another one in Daniel.
Daniel
Daniel 2.
Daniel 2. Oh yeah, yeah.
So give me the one in the first one you call in the Apocrypha.
Second Ezra, Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself,
God.
and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, because the Lord said that there were going to be certain signs that were going to show when the Lord is about to make his return. You know?
Also, you can go to Second Ezra's 6 and 7 and read on
Con.
down.
Con.
Go ahead, give me that.
Yeah, this is Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
Yep.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So now we're in the transition period of one kingdom being what's that in Daniel and
4.
Daniel 4:17.
This is the book of Daniel
We're
chapter.
in a transition period, and the super elite know that, man. They know that they're the Edomites, man.
Yeah,
He probably got a picture of Uncle Esau in the damn living room and shit. You know,
Yeah, there was
some
certain.
pottage or some shit.
There was
They
certain.
know. In other
Con.
words, I'm joking about it, but they know. They got the genealogy, man. They got the just like they got the genealogy of us.
Con.
They got the genealogy of the goddamn self, man.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead.
Genealogy of Esau. Daniel.
Genealogy of Esau.
Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men.
So the Most High sets up one kingdom.
And brings down.
How did Israel come into existence? By Egypt.
Yep.
And then Egypt went down, and then the next kingdom was set up, you know?
Con.
And we still didn't get our kingdom. You know?
Con.
Our kingdom came in with David and Solomon, man.
Con.
And then after Solomon, then the kingdom got split up, and then the kingdom started to go down, man.
I got another
Go
one.
ahead.
Psalm 75:5. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another.
Where you reading from?
Psalm 75.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
The point was in verse 7.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries,
You had
and
that.
riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
So the translation is going to be what? And when you translate something, if I'm speaking one language, Greek, and I want to convey it to somebody that only speaks English, it's got to be translated.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be changed. Translate to be changed. So there's going to be a change of worlds.
Oh yeah.
You're not your finest hour. Your
Leg.
last hurrah, Esau.
Yeah.
That's why you're doing this shit right now. What you're doing, and you know what you're doing. You're pulling out all the stops. You're doing everything to try to hold on to some. You know what I want, Job, or somebody else should get it. Job, no. Job. Well,
14, 14:5.
Job 14 and 5. But you said Job 20. Hold that.
That's a good one. This is the book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months.
Hold up. Now you got to take a breather. You're eating too much food. So let's stand up, get away from the plate, breathe in,
Right.
breathe out.
Right.
Breathe in, breathe out. Let's walk
Breathe,
around the block
brother,
a couple.
breathe.
Breathe, brother. Let's walk around the block a couple of times.
Right. Did it sink in yet?
Okay, we good? We did a mile walk. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now sit down and get some more food.
Right.
Go ahead.
Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
There you go, Esau. You can't go a second past it. All the shit that you doing to try to stay in power, you ain't gonna get an extra second in, man.
It's in vain.
Hey, if let's say 12 noon on a specific date, guess what? You're not gonna get 12:01.
Right.
You're not gonna get 12:01, man. 12 noon that's your fucking ass, man.
When he was about to fill his belly.
Hey, you got it already. Hey, Alonzo.
Yeah.
Alonzo.
Yeah.
He said, yo, Alonzo. What did he say? He said that guy you killed, he was a somebody. You know?
Yeah. He was a somebody. I got something real quick, Apostle.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
For everything that there's a season and a time for every purpose under the heaven. All right?
I got one more, Salaka, brother.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 8:6. Because to every purpose there is time and judgment, therefore the misery of man is great upon him.
That's it. Go ahead.
Like it.
The precepts.
I mean, I got to go whole chapters down. I know you're going to start there.
Start at 5.
Job chapter 20, verse 5. It reads that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach onto the clouds.
Yeah, because he was the one that the Most High blessed him with Kitty Hawk, with the Wright brothers. No other nation was able to do that.
Right.
No other nation, the whole concept of a rocket came from the Chinese. But who mastered it and perfected it? Esau, man. Through teaming, you know?
Yeah. The wise men are teaming.
Yeah, the wise men are teaming. Go ahead.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach onto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream.
That's it. See, you got vocab talking about, Esau was done away with. No, Esau's still here. Esau's getting ready to be done away with, you know? Go ahead.
He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more.
Yeah, there's going to be a time in the kingdom of heaven where you're going to look around and see where the Edomites are, and that's the only nation that's going to be destroyed. Now, whether it's going to mingle among the dark nations, you better hope that you can mingle back and be an Israelite, which I don't think that's going to happen. But the Most High didn't tell us that, man. We looked through a
glass
darkly, man. So we don't know what's going to happen to Esau.
Yeah.
Now, I remember back in the school, High Priest Ariad and his father, High Priest Yaquab, they used to argue that, man. Yaquab said, no, the Edomites are just going to be done away with. Most High was going to, what about
cut and dry.
But that's the spirit.
Yeah,
the spirit always got to come back.
Yeah.
So Ariad would say, no, Yaquab, that he's going to be mingled among the dark nations.
Because the spirit never dies.
The spirit never dies.
Yeah.
You know?
And then man was created to be on the earth. Like there's certain spirits that are created to be on the earth. Like the scriptures say that there's certain things that the angels desire to look on that we could see, but they can't because they're made to be in the heavens.
That's it.
So
they're basically the angels are like a little envious.
God.
Look,
Yeah.
Don't be envious. Man.
Right. You don't want to be down
They
here.
ain't all
Cut and dry like you know.
Cupcakes and rainbows.
Yeah.
But Stallone said that this world is not all cupcake and rainbows.
Quick precept.
This is hell down here,
It's
man.
hell, man. Shit.
Please.
If I could be an angel, man. Well, you are become an angel when you die.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 3:14. I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever.
Beautiful.
Nothing can be put to it nor anything taken from it. And the Most High doeth it, that men should fear before him.
That men should fear before him. So if you know the power of the Most High, you should fear the Most High. You know?
It says nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken away from it.
Yeah, yeah, because the spirits never die. They're all the Lord said that He is the Father of spirits. So all the spirits are what? This energy that came off of Him. So how can He destroy Himself? You know?
Yeah, so Esau is gonna be here, man. Esau is gonna always be here, but there's not gonna be a nation called the Edomites.
Right.
He's gonna be wiped out of the table of nations, but he will be mingled among the dark nations. And we're gonna treat him right. You know, we're gonna kick his ass for 1,000 years, but then after that, we're gonna treat him right, man. We're gonna treat all the nations right. Because we're gonna deal with them according to the law.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, they do the laws because we're gonna be the Levites.
Yeah.
The whole nation of Israelite men are gonna be Levites.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, spiritual Levites.
Yeah, these nations, they can't wait for that. They know that once Israel's set back in power, everything's gonna be done right. They're gonna have to catch hell.
Paul said that.
Romans 8, give me that. Romans 8.
Quick
The key
precept for you.
point is in the 23rd, start with the 16th verse. Now I want him to read this precept.
Romans chapter 8, verse 16. It says, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahushua, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
It's going to be like we woke up from a bad dream. Go ahead.
Verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. For the creature was made subject to vanity.
Can I help you? Can I help you? What are you? What's your nationality? Okay, good. Simeon. Excellent. Go ahead.
It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope.
You can break it down as you
It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High, because everyone on the planet, even the trees and the animals and all that, they're waiting for the sons of the Most High to be set back up into power. Because although justice is coming down, they're going to catch hell. They know they're going to get a fair share finally. Right. With Esau, you don't get a fair share. You know? You got it, brother.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yep.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Right. There's two verses in the 28th chapter. It's one around the 15th verse or something like that, and then one towards the end of the chapter that go into it. If you could get it.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 28:15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people.
Ooh, that's a good one. But I think there's a little more. I don't know if it's a little further down.
can also go back to Proverbs 29, verse 16, and then, you know, the hookup to that.
Hookup, yep. Somebody could get First Maccabees.
We call them hookups.
Hookups. Verse 12. Verse 12.
This is Proverbs 28, verse 12. When righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory. But when the wicked rise, a man is hidden.
Right.
A man is hidden. A man is hidden.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's what the scriptures say, that the wisdom of a poor man, I believe it says, is what's in Ecclesiastes, is despised. How does it go?
I believe it's despised.
Despised.
Poor man's wisdom is despised.
Right. Salakia. Let me get that real quick. Just bear with me a second.
You mentioned about something about a dream, Pastor.
Oh, here we
Be
go.
like a dream. If I could read that real quick. Psalm 73 and 19. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. You said earlier it'd be like a dream. All this would be like a wake up from a dream, you know.
Right, this is Ecclesiastes 9 and 17. The words of wise men are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. That's why it says, when the wicked are in power, the wise men hide themselves, the righteous hide themselves. And that's why the word of the wise is never really pushed out there. Because this is a wicked society, it's under a wicked vibration.
Jake is saying the hell with that goddamn curfew.
That's like the purge. Remember they were driving, they were riding the bikes on the. Tonight is the night of the purge.
I seen you before, right? You look familiar. You look familiar, brother. You know you're Israelite, right? You said you were Simeon. Yeah. You watch us?
There's a lot of Simeon beef.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's right, man. What you think about the coronavirus thing? What's your take on that?
My take is strictly it's the Most High. Period.
Okay, good. That's a good answer. Yeah. That's a good answer. Whether it's a stage thing, made in a laboratory, whether it's actually happening, at the end of the day, it's all about the Most High and again. Go ahead.
It's his movie.
This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 10. When I go well with the righteous, the city rejoice, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
That's it.
The wicked perish,
like
there is shouting.
Proverbs 29, verse 16.
Because they're happy as hell.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall.
But the righteous shall see their fall. So give me the link up.
The hookup.
Maccabees chapter 1, verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon
No. Let's start from the top.
7.
Let's read.
Verse 1.
You can read that entire because that goes into Antiochus and what they did, how they were killing babies. Killing the women that had babies that were secretly circumcised. That show you the complete wickedness of these Edomites, man. Start from the top.
This is First Maccabees 1:1, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian.
Now, if you go into secular history, you go to Google, you read about Alexander the Great. It'll tell you that his mother's name is this and his father's name was Philip of Macedonian. He came out of Macedon.
Yep.
So that kills that nonsense about these books that we're reading out of are fairy tale books.
Yeah.
What do you think about the mark of the beast? What's your take on the mark of the beast in Revelation? Yeah. Do you think it's a microchip or what do you think it is? Or might be?
I just think it's anybody who follows the white man and his philosophy.
Okay, well that's good. That's a part of it because before the mark, you got to follow him first. But it says that you're going to get an actual a mark. Now, when you look that word mark up, the word there is charagma. And charagma is something that's physically stuck in, like when you, like if I was just carve something in that tree right there, that's a charagma.
Cutting into.
I will cut into.
Yeah.
When they use a hypodermic needle and they give you a vaccine, that's
cut into.
They're cutting into you, man.
Yeah.
And that's what John saw. If you don't see it, you don't see it.
Right.
We're just telling you our take. You say what you want to say, but it makes all the sense in the world. You even got Edomites, so-called Christian scholars that say that. Put in the mark of the beast or the microchip or whatever, and see how many videos come up of Edomite Christians that are breaking it down, man. And they've been doing that. This guy Parry, what's his name? He's like a reverend, but he might be a J. He looked like an Edomite, but he might be a J. He came out straight and said, the mark of the beast is the microchip. A lot of them said that, A lot of them said that, man.
I got Revelation 13.
Go ahead.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he
Because
calls
this whole coronavirus thing, we don't know, but it's a theory that this is going to lead to the mass chipping because it's a world. They established that the coronavirus or COVID-19 is now a world pandemic. So the way they're going to push that mark is to the whole world. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the prophecy says. It calls it all, both small and great.
That's it. Go ahead.
Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads,
That's it. That's it.
and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
Now, do you know who the beast is? The beast in Revelation. It goes deeper than that. It goes it's NATO and the EU. Do you know the name of the Most High?
Yahweh.
What's his son's name?
Yahweh.
So where'd you get that? Where'd you learn that from?
Investigate.
Huh?
I investigate.
So, but who did you investigate? Who did you watch? Because somebody had to tell you how it's pronounced.
Also, I seen various things.
Okay.
So,
Well, which I figured
Yeah.
you did. All right. So what camp do you take to the most? Which one would you say has the most? Be honest. Be honest. Or you take a little, huh? Which camp do you take to most? Because obviously if we're teaching at the mark of the beast is a microchip, another camp that we teaching no, it's Christianity or it's something else. So when you listen to maybe us or some other camp, you heard them say Yahweh Shah, right? We're teaching something different than other camps. Which camp do you take to most?
no, because when you say take two most, the first camp I seen from when it was I don't want to mention names.
You can mention names. You mention names all the time.
Okay. Also, there's some Israelite brother that teach Sabak.
Okay, well we know
First
we know
time
Zabak.
waking up, you know.
Yeah,
and I
okay.
seen your camps as
Okay,
well, so-
okay. Well, me and Zabak come from the same
Right.
the same school, House of David, one West.
That's HOI, right? It's about HOI.
HOI,
yeah, House of Israel.
As a matter, so you would know Elder Gabar, right? The brother. Now, there's a big controversy because you got the 16-year-old woman, and he's 56 years old. He actually came out here. He actually came out here about a month ago?
Yeah,
you know?
something like that, yeah.
So, hey, brother, when I saw the brother, we hugged each other, man. You
Yeah.
know, that was before the coronavirus thing.
6 feet, 6 feet.
That's it. 6 feet now. But yeah, we give props to Zabak.
Yeah.
Hey, Zabak ain't doing nothing wrong. But then you got certain things that he teaches different than what we teach. And if we're gonna teach something, you're gonna make sure you got it, man.
Yeah.
If you're a boxer, right, and you say I'm gonna beat this guy, you better make sure you can beat this guy. The reason why Floyd won so many fights because before he had the fight, he already knew I beat this guy.
Right.
That's why he played the mind games. You got to know before you become it was told Ezekiel, eat this roll and go and teach the children of Israel, right? So what does it mean to eat the roll or the scroll? It means to digest the whole word. If you are off by one point in the scriptures, you're a false teacher.
Right.
You
No,
got to get it right. So why would we go out there and teach the mark of the beast and microchip, knowing that the Most High can destroy us for doing so?
Right.
That's why we constantly go over.
That you all
constantly
speak the
study.
same thing.
That's it. Going to the Hebrew, going to the Greek, going to this,
Precept for you.
No lies of
pray
the
on
truth.
it, fast on it. Go ahead.
I know you beat me, brother. Acts 20 and 27. Acts 20 and 27. For I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, so you
gotta
can't
get
call
over it.
yourself a teacher, and then somebody asks you a question. Well,
No lies of the truth.
I don't
No
know
lies
that
of the
one.
truth.
The Most High didn't give it to me. Now you might use
What is that, Titus?
1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, a glass darkly.
Gone.
You know what that means? Who is the Apostle Paul? The Apostle Paul might be here among us, or who is Aaron the high priest? Where is he
Right,
now?
right.
We don't know that. In the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna know. Oh, that's Peter.
Right.
That's King David. That's this guy. That's that. We're gonna know. We're gonna know everything.
We could just speculate now.
You just exactly,
That's it.
Exactly. But what we do know is the scriptures. What the scriptures say. You know.
It's St. John 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow the rivers of living water.
Why you think we always out here teaching? Why you think the other groups is out there teaching? Because the spirit of the Most High is on them. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 29, verse 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord, our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children
quick
forever,
to draw.
that we may do all the
quick
words
to
of
draw.
this law.
That's it. That's it. Somebody also hold Deuteronomy 29:29. Oh, we just read. I'm sorry.
Read it again. Read it
I'm
again,
sorry,
brother.
read it
That's the
again.
spirit.
Read it
That's the
again.
spirit.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 29,
spirit.
verse 29. The
Oh, you had
secret-
called earlier, Apostle, for Colossians 1 and 25.
Colossians 1:19.
19, okay.
Go ahead, read it again.
Deuteronomy 29, verse 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
Yeah, which is the book. All right, next precept. Go ahead.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7.
There you go.
Surely the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
So something like the mark of the beast would be considered a secret, you know? Go ahead.
Got a precept.
Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 14 and 25. And come hither, and I will show light, a candle of understanding in thine heart, which shall not be put out till the things be performed which thou shalt begin to write. And when thou hast done, some things thou shalt publish, and some things shalt thou show secretly to the wise. Tomorrow this hour shalt thou begin to write.
Yeah, because that's how. I'm Salaki.
I'm sorry. I had a precept for you because you said if you teach something, you know, you're not going to come out here and teach a lie, right? This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 2. But I've renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of the Heavenly Father deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Heavenly Father.
So when the Apostle Paul spoke, he knew what he was speaking about. Why? Because the Most High actually came to the Apostle Paul.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Supping
That's
with
in Galatians. Give me Galatians 1 verse 10.
Yeah,
Give me Galatians 1 verse 6.
If I may say, the point he was making here is you got certain guys that handle the word of the Lord deceitfully. They're not teaching you the 100% truth. That's why we say here, teach the 100% truth. And we can back it up through the Spirit.
Now there's some people out there that are not deceitful, but they don't realize they're being deceitful,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why King David, he always said, prove my integrity. So if you're going to go out there and teach the word, you better make sure you're saying the right thing. You can't just come out here and just whatever I feel like teaching. You can't do it like that, you know?
That's why you're not a teacher, because you don't have it all. You haven't have you ate the whole roll?
I can't say something.
Okay, because if you ate the whole roll, what would you be doing? You would be teaching. Exactly.
If I can ask for that precept, David,
the precept you just
saying,
mentioned.
integrity.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? That's in the Psalms. Psalms 26. Psalm 26.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
This is Psalms 26, verse 2. Examine me, O Lord,
Whoa, there you go.
and prove me. Try my reins and my heart.
Yeah, a lot of guys don't do that. They don't. Paul even said that. Examine
Examine
can follow
yourself,
up with
yeah.
that. Examine yourself. Whether you be them.
Go to that. Second
Hey, my man, this is a serious deal, man. This ain't no joke. This is a serious deal. No, I'm just saying to you. This is a serious deal.
Psalm 26.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Psalms 26 and 2, yeah.
You know, a lot of guys think this is, so what?
It's a
I'm out here
fad. It's a fad.
Yeah, I'm
all
out
a
here teaching.
New
So what?
thing. You know, we were Christians, now we're Muslims, but now we're Israelites, and we're gonna wait for the new thing.
Right.
You know?
What's
Some
the
of
new
us back
flavor?
here, man, we gave up our children. We gave up everything. Even Peter asked Yahushua, look, I gave up everything. What am I going to receive when you come into your power? What did Yahushua curse out Peter? Oh, why are you asking me that, Peter? What's ain't you happy doing what, Yahushua straight up told him, look, this is what you're going to get.
Right.
This is not a thing that you're supposed to be happy of doing. This is the job.
Right.
There's certain jobs you don't like doing, but you know you're gonna get
But you do.
paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we happen to love what we're doing, man. You know?
Oh, the scripture says that. Yahushua, for enduring the cross, he's seeing the glory he was going to receive,
Right.
endured the cross.
Yeah.
That backs up what you just said.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's Mark 4 and 11.
It's like I had thought.
And he said unto
Didn't mean to
them,
cut you off.
unto you it is given to know the
in the spirit,
mystery.
See, we're excited Why are we excited? Because the coronavirus thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because this is like a major, this is a world. When was the last time you ever heard of a world event? Something that the whole world, when the World Trade Center went down,
9/11.
the whole world stopped. Am
Yeah.
I right or wrong?
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
world got, and then war led to that.
that
And
earlier.
what's going to happen next? Well, this is the next big thing.
Yeah.
They're saying that this coronavirus is far worse
That's right.
than the World Trade Center, man.
Yeah.
And we had a number of wars that came place, that took place from the World Trade Center bombings, man.
Yeah.
From the buildings going down. So this is, like I said earlier, Trump said he did a little briefing. He said there's 148 nations that now are suffering from the coronavirus.
Yep.
So this is a world event.
Yep.
The mark of the beast is going to be a world event.
Yep.
Okay?
The last time something like this happened was back in 1918 with the Spanish
Yeah,
flu.
which is a little bit more than 100 years ago. Yeah.
But today it's worse because it's worldwide. Plus, it's you have the economy faltering. You have everything falling apart. You know.
Yeah, I believe they're going to have what's called a global reset. They're going to reset the money system.
Hit that
It's not-
reset button.
right, the reset button, and we're going to have a whole new dollar, and it'll most likely be electronic dollars. So everything is going to be digital.
Because the
You know?
dollars are so dirty, they got the coronavirus
Well, the
infecting
thing
them.
now is, if you use dollars, there's coronavirus on the dollar. When do you see motherfuckers out opening the goddamn window, throwing the dollars out?
Right.
Name me somebody, excuse my French, name me somebody that's going to the garbage and they got dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing it out. I don't want to.
These-
Ain't nobody motherfucker got their dollars in their pocket, man.
Now
I
the
guess
Fed-
I guess the people ain't that stupid after all.
right. Hey, 'cause-
They have a little sense.
Yeah, people ain't going, well, let me pay.
Throw your money out the
Hey,
window.
let me pay for it might get the coronavirus.
Yeah, coronavirus.
This
on the
one is
dollar.
infected.
Yeah,
this
this
one,
one, yeah.
two for you, one for me.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
they're saying that the feds now are gonna go around and destroying the Federal Reserve notes that are infected with coronavirus.
But wait a minute, how the fuck do they know?
Right.
Excuse my French again. They said they don't even have enough testing. A lot of people that they get up and they sneeze. You know, these weak ass minded people, they get up and they sneeze and they run to the hospital, and the hospital's saying, "Oh, you got to come back Monday." Or no, you got to. Well, we're not doing. We ran it. Well, wait a minute. Do we have this thing or we not?
Right.
And it says this it's asymptomatic, meaning you have no symptoms.
Right.
That means everybody on the planet Earth can have it.
Right.
That means anybody can have it.
Right. Because it's bullshit. It's a hoax. It's a freaking hoax.
Hey, if you notice, the election, they ain't been talking about the election.
Nope.
Right.
They ain't mentioning nothing about the election. And don't be surprised if they cancel the election, man.
Right.
And this be the first time in U.S. history that the elections has been canceled.
And don't they usually now everybody's doing their speeches on how they can be the next president and all that?
They're not doing that. They're
Yeah.
not doing that, man.
Oh, that's like that
Campaigning.
yeah, that line
Campaign.
from the movie 1984, where it says, "Ignorance is strength. War is peace. Ignorance is strength." So these people are ignorant. So they're giving the elites, the wicked elite, the strength to do what they got to do based upon their ignorance. It's just like in that what is that, Wizard of Oz? Dorothy and they were all mesmerized until the dog pulled the curtain back and they saw the dude working the machine. That's what they said. Oh shit,
And
we've
what
been
was the dog's
fooled.
name?
The dog was Toto.
And what does the word total mean?
Oh.
It means all.
Yeah.
Eat the whole word.
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
He had all the knowledge.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, the
That's
dog
what
was-
And he pulled the curtain back.
Pulled the curtain back.
And he was
actually
barking.
He was pulled the curtain, right? And then the devil, which looked like the king of Omaha,
Yep.
was this guy Warren Buffett.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
looked just like Warren. That was
Cut.
Warren Buffett, man.
Cut.
He said, "Pay no attention."
Yep.
to the man
right.
behind the-
Curtain.
And I said, "Wait a minute." Then he had to bow down and give them what they wanted to give.
That's
him.
right. That's right. That's right. And one of them wanted a brain. What was that? The scarecrow?
Well,
That's
they all
these people
should-
out there.
They all
man.
should have wanted a brain.
Yeah, yeah.
They all should have got there and wanted a brain, man.
Another one wanted courage.
Oh, no. When he asked for the brain, what did he give him? He gave him a certificate.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor in this and I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Still, what's your nationality?
Yep.
Well, I'm Caucasian and
Yeah.
Man, shut the hell up, man.
He still didn't get a brain.
He didn't give him a brain. He gave him a goddamn certificate, man.
Right,
Yeah.
so he could go purchase some
And then
brain.
the tin man wanted a heart. He gave him a goddamn clock, man.
Yeah.
A ticker. He gave him a ticker.
Gave him a ticket. Yep, gave him a ticket.
And he's
Hey, the Cowardly Lion.
Lion.
What'd he give him?
Oh, he gave him a certificate of bravery.
See?
Well, the purple heart.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead. Where you at?
They just show that this whole world is pretty much a world that they try to give you a justification for being who you want to be. You know, it's like you said, a certificate for being brave. You know, you're a coward, but you have to have somebody tell you that you're brave. You know, to reaffirm. You know.
Oh, it's the same thing in Dark City. When every so often the city kept changing.
Right.
Then the dude, and he had an English accent. He said, "We shall give you some pretty things, yes."
Right.
In other words, we gonna make you somebody.
Right.
Then there was one scene where the guy was a rich man. Then the next scene he was a poor man. So it shows you it's all set up, man. It's all like, man.
Control.
Anyway, you brothers got it.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, it's illusion. It's illusion. That's what it is. It's a fucking illusion.
It's
not
just-
even real.
Because I ain't seen nobody taking out their dollar bills and burning them shit and throwing them in the damn garbage can. I ain't seen not near one person.
Yeah.
Near one.
He's a master deceiver. Master.
So these people are not that stupid, man. Go ahead. Let's go. Let's go.
I got this. Micah 2:1 goes into the demonic think tanks.
Go ahead.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Therefore, thus said the Lord power, behold, against this family do I devise evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go heartily, for this time is evil.
Yeah. Hey, because when the Lord give the decree, that's it. It's over. You know, he put it down one and set it up another. So you have something, brother?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And everyone that striveth for the mastery is temperate in
That's
all
beautiful.
things.
Everyone that strives for the mastery. So if you want this truth, you got to strive for it.
Yep.
You got to read this, go into the Hebrew, go into the Greek.
That's working
And
out.
then you might watch them videos. You might watch ISUPK, you might watch GMS, you might watch IUIC, you might watch a lot of these videos. And then what you do is you question everything. You question. Because before you become a teacher, you got to get this thing right. You got to get it right, man. You know?
Got a precept for you.
It is
We know
scripture.
that we got it right. Because we wouldn't be out here if we didn't get it right.
And
Go
we
ahead.
wouldn't make a statement like we got 100% truth. We wouldn't make a
And
statement.
we're not
like,
saying it to brag or boast. We're
Right.
saying it because
the
look,
truth.
we go into all the book. We question each other. When we come down here to speak, we question each other, man, about scriptures. Oh, you wrote that down.
What this mean?
What does this mean? Yeah? We always testing ourselves, man. Go ahead.
yeah, 2 Peter 1 and 10. It says, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fail."
You in second Peter's 1 and 10?
Yeah, 2
Jump
Peter.
down to 16.
2 Peter 1 and 16. "For we have not followed cunningly devised fables."
Let's start right there. What does that mean? You got guys that don't know how to, they're high priest this and chief so-and-so that.
Right.
Somebody asks you a question, you really don't know the answer, but you don't want to say, well, I don't know
Wing
it,
it.
because people might say, well, I ain't gonna follow you. You don't know the whole truth, right?
Right.
So they'll wing it. They'll make it up.
Yeah.
You know?
That's Wingmaster Scott.
Read that again.
2 Peter 1 and 16. "For we have not followed cunningly devised fables."
Cunningly meaning somebody sat down and put Christianity is a cunningly devised
Devised
fable.
fable. Yeah.
That all of the beings in heaven are Edomites, white people.
Right.
The Most High is white. Oh, the 16th chapter. It had the Most High, which is the white man butt ass naked,
Right.
touching another man butt ass naked on the finger.
Right.
That's a homosexual thing.
Yeah, the finger of God.
The finger of God.
Correct.
You know what he's gonna do with that finger too.
And
You know?
and you know that movie 2012, when they saw the destruction coming, you know, the so-called Christ of the Andes was broken apart.
Right,
But
right.
the Sistine Chapel, they showed it how it broke apart, and the two fingers touching together, they came apart. Something like a line came through them, like they broke apart, and that whole shit fell. The rotunda.
Check that out.
So they know when the Lord comes back, He coming to judge everybody.
In that same Sistine Chapel, if you see the whole picture, you got Michael the Archangel who look like an oar, and you got a Jake down there, and they don't see that.
right.
You know,
Right,
that looks-
it's black.
You see an angel dressing up like one of the village people,
Right.
Right.
and he got an oar, and he's ready to bash the head in of a Jake. And
Right.
you can see the guy with a Jake, and you see little horns coming.
Right, right.
That's their Renaissance.
Cunningly
Their
devised
Renaissance
fable.
is to bring down the so-called black images.
Right.
And set up white images of themselves.
Right.
That's what it's all about, man.
Cunningly
Iconoclast.
devised
All
fable.
Cunningly devised fable.
Yeah.
And we believe that shit, man.
Right.
Iconoclast.
Iconoclasm. Yep.
Yeah, even in Israel, if I may say, even in Israel, you got cunningly devised fable. Like when you're teaching that the mark of the beast is sleeping with white women, that's a cunningly devised
It's
fable.
not cunningly devised fable, it's stupidity.
Yeah, well,
It's not cunningly. Because someone is cunningly, that's a stupid, man.
well, to people that are of low understanding, to them it's cunning. Oh, that makes it,
Low
that's
frequency.
right.
Yeah, them-
That you know,
them people that ride the pickle
it's
bus.
well. Let's break it up. It's devised
Sweet
because
pickle
they
bus.
devised it, right? They came up, and it's a fucking fable, because the mark of the beast is not sleeping with white women. All right. When you go back, we brought it out earlier to you. When you go back to the word mark, it means something inserted. It's from the Greek charagma. When you look up the word, it means something inserted.
Yeah, it was Johanna that said that years ago, and he got bombarded with brothers, and he was making shit that as he went along, man.
Yeah.
He also said that Solomon had the mark of the beast.
Cunning.
Well, my question is this: that's not cunning. That's just
Yeah.
stupidity. That's
Yeah.
not even.
I know. But to people,
First of all, your
yeah.
question should be this:
Yeah.
your question should be, when did the beast come on the scene? When was the beast first mentioned?
Right.
The beast was not mentioned during the time of Solomon. You know, it was mentioned
Right.
the first time was in the book of Daniel and in the book of Revelation.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Which was for a future event, because it really didn't come into play until when the Greeks and the Romans came into power. You know, and then when the Apostle John spoke about the mark of the beast, that was after all the apostles and everyone was already back in the spirit world. That was like in what, 95, 96 AD. You know, so that was way after everything took place.
so there's no way in hell that King Solomon could get the mark of the beast,
Con.
because the beast didn't even come on the scene yet.
Right.
When did the beast come up on the scene? When Daniel spoke about him, and he was speaking about the Roman Empire.
Yep.
Solomon lived about
900,
850, almost
yeah,
900
yeah,
BC.
somewhere around there. Yep.
900 BC.
Somewhere around
The
there.
beast came on the scene. What was that? During the AD period. You got a question?
I had a question on that. You're talking about Solomon had different wives.
He did have different wives.
He
Yeah.
had wives from like Moab.
He had Edomites. He had wives, but that has nothing to do with the mark of
Right.
the beast.
It has nothing to do.
It has
No.
nothing to do with the mark of the beast. You know?
Yeah.
Because David had women of the other nation.
Right. He had
It tells
concubines.
you in the law when you go to war against another nation and you see a woman that you desire after, which obviously is another nation, let her tear her
Mourn.
nails, cut her hair,
Mourn
and let
her.
her put on the clothing of mourning.
Yep.
And after a month, then you can go in unto her, and you can make her your wife.
Come.
That's what it says. So we had wives of the other nations.
Yeah.
But we wasn't supposed to have wives of the other nations, but you're allowed to have concubines.
Concubine,
In the
right.
kingdom, we're going to have concubines.
That's right.
All right?
Concubines are
I got a
plaything.
precept for you, Apostle. Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word.
Yeah, because you got a lot of simple people. You got a lot of people like
Even in Israel.
this Passover. A lot of these groups are going to have Passover in April. Well, they can't have a Passover.
Yep.
So all these people that were coming from England and down south and they made their reservations,
Right.
what are they going to do now? Because they don't know how to officiate a Passover.
Right.
So what are they going to do now?
And
Yeah,
them,
which is something as Israelites we're supposed to know.
right.
Wait a minute. Didn't the Lord say, go make us a nation of priests?
Yep.
So shouldn't you know how to conduct a Passover as just being an Israelite?
Yep.
Just being an Israelite, you're supposed to, that's our history. But they don't see those guys, they don't teach that. You know?
Hey, well, like Apostle Gabar said earlier, On the way down here, it said if these guys really cared, these leaders cared,
They were honest.
they would have actually did videos on showing the people how
Well,
to
that's
do
what we would have did.
Sabbath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we. Well, since we can't have it, what we're gonna do is gonna do a video, vlog
Right.
of the Passover. All you got to do is follow what we
Right.
do. You know.
That's right.
And pretty much we did the service from back in
A couple of years
2010.
back, yeah.
You know,
a couple of times.
yeah,
So you
and-
can know how to do it.
Right.
You know.
And you just get the lamb, the bitter herbs, the unleavened bread, and you just eat it.
You have a
You know,
Passover
people
like Yahweh Shai.
People like what's that term? Starts with an L. In the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah, that
Liturgy.
Liturgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they do this thing called a liturgy, it's really doing like a play of how it's like in heaven.
Con.
You know, people like that. You know.
Con.
And we did it. Remember we did that wedding.
Yeah, the wedding. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep, I was there.
And
Yep.
we did this wedding, brother. We did this wedding
Yeah,
to
yeah.
somebody.
City Island,
And
right?
the city, yep. And the dude was Levi, and the wife was
Simeon.
Simeon, right? After we did the wedding, we had the sword. The way we did it,
Yeah.
the father came up to me, and he kind of bowed down to me. I'm like, don't bow down, I'm just a man.
Yeah,
You know?
At
And
first
then
they
people
would-
were talking about, I want to get married, but I want y'all to marry me.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
people
yeah.
like liturgy.
Right.
Yeah.
Look up the word liturgy.
Somebody could look that up. They did, because at first they were looking at us like, who the hell are these guys?
Yeah. But when we did that wedding, bro, we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
going to the scriptures. We
Yeah.
had the sword.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Bring
Yeah,
up the
yeah,
wine.
yeah.
People were like, oh.
Yeah, it was
They
bad.
don't like, they,
It
you
was
know,
bad.
we
It
walked
was
the
bad.
kind
Yep.
of bow down.
bad. It was bad.
You know what? It was like a scene from the movie Excalibur.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You know, the
And we
wedding
made
in
it
the
up. We
Yeah,
was
yeah.
in the car. We said,
Oh,
we
yeah.
gonna do this.
Improvise.
We
Gonna
gonna
read that.
scripture.
Improvise.
Look,
Yeah.
We never did a wedding.
Yeah.
Well, I did a wedding prior to that with Messiah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I did a wedding by myself with Zachariah and shit. For Rahab, we married, you know, we did the Hebrew and shit.
And you say you're going to read Numbers, the 6th
Yeah,
chapter, in the
yeah,
Hebrew,
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
going to read this in English?
Yeah.
Judges 5, verse 11. You had it. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
Now the word rehearse, if you look it up in the Hebrew, the word there is recount, meaning go over it, go over the laws. You know, we're not doing it perfectly because the perfect way to do it is we have to be on our land. We have to have a lamb. We have to pick out a lamb from the flock.
Yep.
A lamb, either a lamb
Male.
or a goat, 1 year old, male, unblemished. You know,
Hold it for
Gonna
the
do it.
10th day,
hold it for the 10th day,
Yep.
slaughter it.
on
You
the
know,
14th, yep.
that's it. And when you check out Yohana's gonna have his Passover, and we check it out. Yohana's gonna have his Passover on April the 9th. So I said, when is the new moon from that? And it's supposed to be 14 days from the new moon at evening. You know what it was? It was about 18 days. So he was off by a couple of days. You can't have the Passover. Part of the Passover is having it at the right time of the month, you know? Now you might say, well, some of y'all have it on April, and some of y'all have it on March. Well, the calendar is so messed up. We're off by years, by maybe 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
You know, everything is all out of course. So we know it comes around this time, either March or April. But you got to go by the new moon. And you got to count 14 days from the new moon, which is the full moon, at evening. You know?
Quick precept for you.
That's when the feasts come in the
That's
full
it.
moon.
Matthew 5:48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
That's it.
And then there's a scripture, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect.
That's it. That's it.
So the goal is, even though we're not going to attain it, Yahweh Shai is going to perfect us, but nevertheless, that's the goal, to be perfect, to
Be
try to
perfect
attain.
as your Father which is in heaven,
Yeah.
in heaven perfect.
So perfect teaching, perfect breakdown, perfect, yeah.
That's it.
A lot of guys don't think like that. They just go, just do it, you know, like they're doing a
I'll
half.
just follow a guy blindly.
Yeah,
Oh, the Church of Berea. Give me that.
Con.
Give me
Con,
that.
what is it, Acts 17?
Yo, hold that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Proverbs 15 and 28.
You got a question, right?
Acts 17.
Can I just get the information so I can
Acts
further
17 to
investigate?
10.
Yeah, just watch our videos.
Yeah.
What's the one that's going to be on this one?
GMS Info Doc Channel 11.
Right, and the
I'm
other
sorry,
one
sorry,
is
12.
Apostles. Give 'em that
Apostle, what is that?
Apostles Live, Apostles Live,
34th and 7?
GMS, something. Yeah. I
Because
gotta
there's
look
so
at it.
many, there's so many videos
gotta
up
look
at
there,
it.
brother. We can't even keep up with our own videos, man.
It will do.
And somebody said, I saw that video. I said, what video?
What
We did
video?
two.
Yeah,
I don't even remember doing that video. You know?
I was in a trance.
No, that's it. A lot of times you're in a trance, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
The way you talk, though, man, so I can investigate.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I like that. That's a good word.
I want to stay, you know.
No, that's a good
Yeah.
word. Look up the word investigate. Right. I'm gonna have to start using that word.
You
Can I
gotta
borrow
look-
that word from you?
You got to look into it.
Yeah, investigate meaning you checking everything. If you're a detective and you investigating a murder, you checking out every little
No,
detail
12.
of the murder. Go ahead.
It says
I said 11 'cause
investigate
I'm
to
so
carry
used.
out a systematic or
You got the other
formal
one?
inquiry
Apostles.
to discover and examine the facts
I'm
of,
not sure.
so
He's
as to
Apostle
establish
Barnes
the
looking it
truth.
up.
Read that again, a little bit louder.
It says investigate to carry out a systematic or formal inquiry to discover and examine the
Apostles, yeah.
facts so as to establish the truth.
Yep.
So what are you
34th
going to
and
do? You're
7th.
going to look at this video or this group. You're going to look at that video or that group. You're going to look at this video, and then you're going to study. You know? Go ahead.
It's an investigation into etymology.
Go ahead.
It says investigation from Latin, investigating, natum. They're searching into, they're searching for, noun of action, past particle stem of investigare. It means to trace out, search after, and that's the contraction trace.
That's it.
Because and I don't know, investigate goes into clothing, a vestige. I don't know if it goes into clothing or not.
Hey, brother, whether you know it or not, brother, we living at the last end. We're living at the end of Esau. We're living at the end of Esau's time and the beginning of Jacob's time. You know?
This is it.
Kind of feeling.
Shalom, brother. All right, brother. All right, brother. All right,
So on.
okay, brother.
Oh, man, we ain't got that shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's right.
Stay strong, brother. All right.
All right. 6 feet, 6 feet.
You know, he got fed.
Oh, yeah.
He got fed good.
He was hungry, too.
And he saw the sincerity on our faces, man.
Fine.
You know? Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Study to show
Yeah, that
thyself
nervous
approved
energy, right?
unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, a workman that needeth
Yeah.
not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
You know, when he saw us, he said, there's no lying in you.
Fine.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no lying in us. We're just laying it out.
Yeah.
You know? And we don't have nothing written in scriptures.
Right.
Although you can do that.
Come.
A lot of
wrong
people
with
used to do that.
Yeah.
But man, you got all these different men with all these different spirits.
Yeah.
And the precept,
Precept, yeah.
you by yourself might not remember all the precepts, but you got one brother thinking the spirit's working with him and so forth, man. You know?
It's like a well-oiled machine that just keeps running. It keeps you running.
Keeps you
Like
running. It keeps you
Oh, yeah, that's the song.
it keeps you
You see
running.
at the end for that, to the brother? Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me.
So what were we doing? We're knocking on the door. That's why when he came up, he walked past. I noticed his spirit. He walked up here. He kind of went on the phone and kind of came over here, and I kind of encountered him. I said, what you? And he brought out the truth, man. You know.
I got scripture to back you up what you just said about we all speak. 1 Corinthians 14 and 29. Let the prophet speak 2 or 3, and let the other judge.
That's it.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra 16, verse 7. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods.
And that's getting ready to happen. Could it happen over this thing? Because it's going to get worse, man. You know, Trump said, oh, this could go into a couple of months. Then the next day, this could go into July or August. And then the next day or the next 2 days, oh, this could go a year and a half. And that's a long fucking time, man. A year and a half. And they're gonna make it. They're gonna be stricter, man. They're showing their horns.
Yep.
Hey, as it said, somebody give me Revelation 13. Go to the horns.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 12. It says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and
And now the
causeth
first beast we know is the Roman Empire. This is the second beast. This is the second leg of the Roman Empire. Because it said the first Roman Empire, the beast was wounded in the head. And behold, his deadly wound was healed. How is his deadly wound was healed? When you go back to during the time of Christopher Columbus. Go ahead.
it says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and
What is
causeth
that talking about? The political power. You have a Senate. Where'd they get the concept of a Senate from? They got it from the Roman Empire. You have a president, which is your Caesar. This guy, like I said, brother, I believe this guy, Trump, is Nero coming back in a reincarnation. Go ahead.
actually it's verse above.
All right, go
It
ahead.
says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he
What
spake.
verse is that?
Revelation chapter 13, verse 11.
Jump up. Jump up a couple more verses.
Okay, this is Revelation chapter 13. I start at 5. It says, I start at 4. It says, and they worship the dragon.
Start at 1.
Okay.
But let's read quick to get to the point. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head names of blasphemy. And
So that the name of blasphemy, when you look it up, it means somebody, blaspheme somebody, talk bad about somebody. So what are they doing? They're blaspheming the Lord. All of them. Go ahead.
And the beast which I saw was unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a
So
bear,
who's a leopard? Thank you, Alexander. Go ahead.
and his feet were as the feet of a
The
bear.
bear represent what? Thank you, the Russians, because that's the end of it. The beginning of them, before the Roman Empire came to being, you had the Greeks. And that proves right there that Alexander was an Edomite. Go ahead.
And his mouth is a mouth of a lion.
That's English, Great Britain. Go ahead.
And the dragon gave him his power in his feet, and great authority.
Now you got the sword, Satan, which is also the dragon. Go ahead.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death,
That's when the Roman Empire went down. Go ahead.
and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered.
But
at
it
the
took
beast.
over 1,000 years for his wound to get healed. Go ahead.
And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
So the beast represents this system now. And it said they worship the dragon, which is the Roman Empire, which was set up by the spiritual demon Satan, which ultimately was set up by the Most High for prophecy's sake. Go ahead.
And they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast?
So now in this system, when you become an officer of something, you gotta swear in. You gotta actually swear in. You gotta pledge allegiance. You know, if you become a police officer, you gotta pledge allegiance. You know? A fealty. Back in the day, they called it fealty. If you become like anything that has anything to do with the government, you got to pledge allegiance. When you join the military, you don't just join the military. You got to pledge allegiance. You got to sign the contract. You got to pledge allegiance.
Yeah, pledge of
You know what I'm
loyalty.
saying? You got to pledge your loyalty, man.
Come. Yeah, that's
And
why
they made in the movie, Muhammad Ali movie, he signed everything, and then the lawyer said sign everything, but when it's time for you to pledge allegiance, don't pledge allegiance. So wait a minute, they had your signature, so they can put you. Nope, you got to actually make that pledge. And he didn't. That's why they got it. They said you didn't make the pledge.
Right.
You can't just say, no, I'm just going to sign the contract. I believe I'm going to follow what you're saying. But wait a minute, to seal the deal, you got to make the pledge. You got to show allegiance. Read that again.
Well, isn't there a statute if you sign a contract under duress, you don't know what you can get
know,
out
but
of?
that's why you got to.
Yeah,
When you put
that's
the
why
hand
they
up and you
final
make a
act.
pledge,
Yeah.
pledge, you're doing it knowingly.
Yeah.
You know, you're actually taking that act. Like the judge. he'll say, so you agree, you're saying that you're guilty? Are you saying it? Do we got it on record?
Yep.
So you're saying in front of this court that you're guilty.
Yeah.
They want you to come out and
want
say
you-
it,
yeah,
man.
condemn- yeah.
They want you to condemn yourself.
Oh, you know that's based on the scripture where Yahushua said, out of thine own mouth I shall judge thee, thou wicked servant. he condemned himself, you know. I'm sure they got it based upon that scripture.
Yeah,
'Cause
also,
austere, thou knewest that I was an austere man.
yeah, that
So-
one, and also when he came at the wicked Pharisees, Sadducees, and scribes.
Right.
He said, look, I don't condemn you. He said, your own law condemns you.
Right.
In other words, going back to the law of Moses, because they were trying to say they were keeping it righteous, but
Yep.
they weren't.
Yep.
And why did the Lord heal the centurion servant? Because he said, that man said, don't even come to my house.
Yeah.
I'm not even worthy to have you in my house, but just say the word. So he said, I have not seen such great faith in all of Israel. Right? No, not in all Israel. So through his making a statement that he believed, the Lord saw that he believed. You know?
Got a precept for you. Matthew 12, 36 and 37. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So out of your own mouth, you know.
That's it. Let's read on.
Back in Revelation chapter 13, verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto
So
the
how do you
beast.
worship the dragon? It doesn't mean, oh, heavenly dragon, bow down to the picture Lucifer, like this, and bow down to him every morning 3 times.
Right.
You got to bow down to Lucifer, and you got to bring out the picture of Caesar. Come on, man.
Nah, you got that shit.
Basically, you're going to do what they tell you to do. You're going to sign the documents. You're going to make an allegiance. Because you put your hand on your heart. That means I'm saying it from the heart. You know? Go ahead, read on.
It says, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him?
And remember, the beast is not America. The brother said America. I said, nope, it goes deeper than that. It's NATO and the EU. But the main part of the beast is America. Go ahead.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things.
Who's the mouth speaking great things? America.
Oh,
And they tell you that, give me that in Daniel 7. Go right to that in Daniel 7. See all these police that's coming up and down the block? They all had to take an oath.
Oh, yeah.
They all had to take an oath. If you're a correctional officer, you got to take an oath.
And they swear in on the Bible.
Well, the presidents, and the presidents are inaugurated. And when you look up the word inauguration, what does the word inaugurate mean? It goes back to the Roman rulership. When a Caesar became Caesar, he was inaugurated.
Con. To take on the omen.
Take on the omen. Yep. Go ahead.
This is Daniel 7, verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
And that was the 13 original colonies. They had the Spanish-American War, French-American War, and the Revolutionary War. Those were the three horns that were plucked up by the roots. The original horns was Spain, Hispaniola, the Franks, which is the French, and Britannia. And you can go into the history. One day I'm going to go into the history of those wars. You know? Go ahead.
Yep, reading on it says, and behold, in this
And
horn,
why was it called a little one? Because America was remember, it was 13 colonies, man. You had New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia. Somebody look it up. You know, we always research it. Look up the 13 original colonies.
13 colonies.
13 colonies. And it was like a bridge. The keystone to the bridge was Pennsylvania, which is trapezoid.
Yeah.
That goes back into masonry. You know? Go ahead.
13 colonies: New Hampshire, Massachusetts, New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia.
Read that again. Read the list again.
New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island,
No.
New York,
No, 13
Connecticut,
colonies.
New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia.
You can drive, you can take 95 and drive all them 13 colonies, man. That's how, you can drive that in less than a day. You can drive that with 12 hours.
Yep.
If you take your time, 12 hours.
Yeah.
So that was that little horn. So that little horn became this great, this great power.
That took over the whole world.
It took over the whole world.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Back in Daniel 7, verse 8. And behold, in this horn were like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the
And you can't get around that. How we don't, it said the hair of his head like the pure wool. Who has woolly hair? Or even this brother, Spence, Errol Spence. He did a video, man. He said he got the what that mean? He got the woolly hair. He's watching us.
Yeah.
That's all I want. That's all I want on that.
Just like you know that.
Go back to Revelation 13.
Like that brother that came up earlier, he been watching the videos because certain things he says Simeon. He said
He
the
said it was
Most High's
Simeon.
name.
He said Mosai's name.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yahweh Shai's name.
Yep.
So you could tell, you could tell that they're watching the videos. Because that whole thing about, the name, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, investigation. I mean, yeah, investigated, but you heard it somewhere. Right. You didn't read that, and you didn't go to a commentary and say the Lord's name is Yahweh Shai, the Most High's name is Yahweh, and then you went and investigated on. You heard it somewhere. Right.
So that's why I asked him, where did you hear it?
Right.
He seemed like a dude that's going to camp, listening a little bit of this camp.
And that's what, you know what that brings? That brings confusion.
Yep.
That brings confusion.
Children tossed to and fro.
That's it. That's it.
That's why at the end I told him.
Matter of fact, give me that in what's that? Ephesians 4 and 11. Go ahead.
You said they need to hear. So this is they have to get it from people. They have to get it. This is Romans chapter 10, verse 13. It goes on a few verses. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?
Right. Yeah, without a teacher. No.
And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent?
So some group was sent.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
It says, and how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things.
And that's what we're doing, man. What have we been doing since we got here today? We've been bringing you precept after precept. Man, if you wrote all the precepts down, that's a long list.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's a gospel of peace. The other nations don't need a gospel of peace taught to them because they're living it up. Esau and other nations. The ones that really need peace brought to them is the nation of Israel. That's what the scriptures say, comfort ye, my people.
They're the ones that need comfort.
Yeah.
Most High is the nation that he bust their ass was the nation of Israel.
Yeah. Because that's the nation he loves the most.
So that sets the stage for comfort and peace.
Give me Romans 15 and 5, I believe. Romans 15 and 4. Go ahead, read on.
15 and 4.
It says,
Yep.
Romans 10, verse 16, but they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said, Lord, who hath believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh Shai. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
When did that happen?
The internet.
It happens now. It didn't happen during the time of Paul and Peter and them. It's happening now.
Yeah.
Oh, when we came on the scene in 2007, that scripture really came into being. The sound went throughout the whole earth. And notice 2007. 7 is completion.
And now you notice that everyone that's teaching this truth of the Hebrew Israelites were teaching it from where? From here in America, beginning in New York.
Yeah.
and it took root around the whole world,
Around
from
the whole
this
world.
side of the world. But this book comes from the east.
Yeah, because
See?
when Abba Bivens came on the scene, his sound didn't go throughout the whole world. You know, it just woke
Neither
up.
did Ariyah, neither did the high
Yep.
priest Ariyah.
Yeah,
Con.
it just woke up the locals, because that's how it starts. The truth started where? In Jerusalem, right?
Give
Yep.
me other
Yeah,
men
and
have
bl-
entered.
branched out.
Give me other men have entered into thy labor.
St. John 4 and around 30.
So that makes New York like a spiritual Jerusalem, and Harlem like one of the ghettos of Jerusalem, which is where the truth really came out of. You know, like Nazareth. Nazareth was like a ghetto.
Might be a little further down.
Ghetto. Nazareth. That's where Yahweh Shai dwelt.
You
Got
got
it,
it?
John?
You got it?
John 4, go ahead and read it.
This is John 4 and 38. We start at verse 37. And herein is that saying true, one soweth and another reapeth. I sent you to reap that wherein ye bestowed no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors.
So who's the other men that labor?
Abba.
Starting with Abba.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if Abba is Elijah, then who was the men that he went to?
Right.
Let's do some
Process some,
investigation.
yeah, some investigation. Yeah.
Ariyah, Yaquaz,
Yeah.
you know,
Masha,
Masha.
investigative report.
Yep. And then when we got it, and then the rest of the 7, and then we got it from them, and some of them are passed on.
Yep.
You know, some of them is old. So we here are taking it to the forefront, man.
Yeah.
And that's why we can tell that story. You know?
Con.
And we can actually say look, Ariyah's a regular dude, man. Remember we was on 86th Street?
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
Ariyah jumped to show you that he wasn't no straight high. He came behind me.
Yep,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I was there.
Oh, you was there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
He
yeah.
grabbed you from behind.
Yeah, this is what I did. Like,
yeah.
grab,
He grabbed you from behind.
I went full.
Started hitting him.
You know?
Yeah.
You caught him somewhat because he let you go. You know, but it was you could see it was
It was playful.
it's fun. Yeah,
it
it was
was.
fun. He
Genuine.
had just came from the movies, right? He used to go see the movies around here.
something like that.
Yeah. And I remember he grabbed the pop tart, and then I was there sitting there watching him, and I saw him peering into either Sion or what's the other? There was 2 of them.
Mel.
Mel or Sion. One of them was sitting down, and you apostles were speaking to him, and I saw High Priest Ariel looking at him, but the way he was looking at him, he was piercing into his eyes to read his spirit. And I'm looking at High Priest. I said, shit, he's reading his spirit. But then he noticed that I was looking in his eyes, so he kind of looked away. I was like, oh wow. But I could see like he was just peering into him,
I didn't know-
and reading his spirit. You know, while y'all was speaking. Like, he
Well,
was
that's
just-
what Mo did when I came
Yeah.
to the school. I used to sit in the class, and he would be sitting over there, and he'd be looking at me. Like, you know how you feel. He'd be
right.
like looking, praying into my spirit, man.
Right.
And I'm thinking, what am I? Eating my, you know?
Right. Yeah. I ain't right or something. Yeah.
But after he would come and smile.
Right.
Yeah, put you at ease.
Look, man, I knew Mo. I can tell you where Mo lived in the Bronx, because me and Malak used to take him to his house every week. I can tell you what floor he lived on, the apartment. I can tell you when he moved down to Manhattan. I can tell you we went up to his house in Manhattan. So you guys talking about Mo. I know his sons. You know what I'm saying?
God.
You know, I know his grandchildren, you know?
Yeah. It's heavy, man. And these are the men through the spirit that put this thing in motion through the spirit. You know, the Lord put the spirit on us to take over from where they left off at, you know?
And this is a spiritual thing, man.
Yeah.
This is damn sure a spiritual thing. Ain't nobody telling us, giving us orders to go out there. We just going out in the spirit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
By the spirit, yeah. The spirit, like, look, you got to do this because this was written. The scripture say, "He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved." Give diligence to make your call and election short. About what? If you have servants that went out into the highways and the byways and they bid people to the marriage, you know, and to the supper, and we're reading about this, and certain people didn't come and certain people came. What does that mean? That means if you are a part of this, you have to be involved in the work.
Got a precept for you. 1 Corinthians 9 and 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got some guys that come in there and you can see in their spirit they really don't want to be here. It's like
Yeah.
a chore to them, man.
Yep.
Man, I was looking for. We didn't know what we were going to do today. We were on the phone.
Yeah. Yep.
When I said I called you,
Yep.
and when I talked to him like
2 minutes.
Hoyt, like
Oh.
like Alonzo talking to Hoyt.
Con.
What you got done?
Yep.
Got two?
Yep.
Okay. I go, meet me at the car.
That's it.
Okay? And then you go, okay.
Yep, that's it.
That's how I talk to him,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
And I'll say, yeah, brother, do this, do that. Then he goes, okay, shalom.
yeah. It ain't no like no extra stuff, you know, unless there's something that may
No
need to
extra
tell them.
shit, no extra
Yeah, it's all like it's business,
Yeah.
you know.
I know you be saying, what the hell be fucking hanging up on me?
No, but I know. I said, I think what I think is okay. Either I said something stupid, cause when you talking to certain men, like you don't want to say nothing crazy, cause they be like, "Fuck you talking about?"
Well,
fuck out of here, you know.
You don't want to become too familiar with
Right.
powerful
I'm
men.
the same with the ball. We talk.
Yeah.
And recall, he just keep talking. So you
Yeah.
gotta tell him, look,
Well,
brother.
Ricard's a special case.
Yeah, well, you gotta make him talk to him, man.
That brother,
Yeah, brother,
Woo!
Yeah.
So and such and such, and,
Apostle Elder Ricard's a special case.
yeah.
That brother's a special case on every level. Hey, but powerful men, you don't want to become too familiar with them because then the disrespect gets in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You become power.
Well, like Element.
It's not a good look. It's just not.
Yeah, like Element.
Yeah.
Hey,
See what happened when Element
He got
became.
your phone number, brother, Apostle. He used to have our number. We used to talk to him from time to time. When he got Apostle Charles' number, he didn't call us or nothing. He said, "Yeah, me and Apostle Charles, we were like two pit bulls in a potato sack." What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Crazy.
Hey, that brother was cool.
Yeah.
To be honest, I miss you.
Element.
You know what I'm saying? We had some
Yeah,
good time together.
but if Element was here, you wouldn't miss him too long because he'd get on your last freaking nerve.
Oh yeah, but you know what? He kind of like Ricard. You can't stay mad at him.
Nah. I mean,
You can't stay mad at a nigga too long.
we all like him.
Yeah, he's a likable guy.
The good thing to do is to dip in and dip out.
Yeah.
You got to know when it's okay. I've been around him too much.
Yeah. I've been talking
And
to myself.
sometimes he'll pick me up and he's talking and joking.
Yeah.
Sometimes
And then sometimes we go in the car, we come down and
Staunch,
have it
yeah.
out.
Don't say nothing all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that, what you looking at?
Yeah.
Sometimes you like, man.
Sometimes you in the scriptural, go into the scriptures,
Yeah.
Sometimes we might talk about music or just different stuff.
Well, that's
boxing.
Gabal always bring up.
Yeah. That's
different
what I was
sports,
into.
just different things.
Apostle Charles was into boxing. I was into music. So we all had something we were into in the world.
That's it, man. Let's go.
Come on, who got that?
Come on.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11.
Quit stalling.
And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some
Evangelist.
evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints.
For the perfecting of the saints.
So when the Simeonite brother came up, we were trying to perfect him.
Right.
We were trying to give him everything, that he needed,
That's why when you engage, it's always like you're teaching, you're breaking scriptures down, but then you engage the people that you're talking to. You're asking them questions to see if they're retaining or learning what you teaching them.
Yeah, unlike vocab. You know what I'm saying? And now vocab could be a jank. We told him that, right? When he came out. We didn't want to deal with him. Now the reason why I don't want to deal with you, know why? Because we knew nothing was gonna come out of it, man.
What you did.
What you did.
Yeah.
What you did, man.
Yeah.
Anything this guy we told him, he didn't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it,
Right.
And I said that. I said, why we even talking? Ain't nothing gonna come out of that shit, man.
Yeah.
At all.
And that's why they really never even put that video out.
That's what I noticed. He put up everybody because there was nothing they really could get us on.
Because they were getting cut.
They
were getting cut on everything they were bringing out through the spirit,
And we shook their hands.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We shook their hands and hugged them and all that, man.
Because when David Woods thought that they might have got a point, he say something, but it was only one time he said that. And every other time, when stuff was brought out and vocab was getting cut, he wasn't saying, he was quiet the whole time.
Yeah, it was a point where he didn't
say nothing.
The other guys were talking, he wouldn't say, he was like, damn. And then he went to y'all, remember? Then he said, I can't get to the heart.
Right, so he was trying to get you, brother. Yeah.
But it wasn't happening, man. It wasn't happening, man.
You brothers weren't biting.
Go ahead.
It says, for the work.
Because you got to be locked in, man.
Con.
Like it says in Colossians, Colossians 2?
Con.
Rooted.
Built up.
That's why guys fall off, man, because they're not rooted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of
The main thing is
Yahushua.
the edifying of the body of Yahushua, man. The body of Yahushua is the elect.
Yep.
So what is our job? Why do we come out here every week? Why do we do the sit down?
build
Because
them
we're
up.
constantly edifying, man.
Building up.
It says till we all come in the unity of the faith.
Oh, and check
So
this
hold
out.
on. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Salak
brother.
Apostle.
The unity camp.
Yeah.
Oh, we having a unity
Oh,
camp.
yeah.
Now guess what? When they had the summit,
Come. Masha Yasha.
HOI went down there, and then it's on video. Barack got up and said, "You HOI, you guys got to get the hell out of here." They said in the meeting, they said, "Look, you guys got to get out of here, man, because you got one brother with that young woman, and you an old dude, and then Zabak, you got to leave too, because you're the head of that thing, and you allow that thing." And there's an actual video on that, and they said, "Y'all got to leave." Well, but why you think we don't go to? Because something's gonna come up where they're gonna get offended, man.
Right.
They're gonna get offended.
We ain't, through the spirit, we ain't gonna get that far. It ain't gonna take different meetings for them to
They
kick us
want us to
out.
come, but they don't want us to come.
Right.
Man.
Well, the Cornelius thing proved that. They threw us out, man.
Yeah.
They said we ain't even gonna pray with these guys. So that was the Cornelius thing. And then we tried to
The
be,
same niggas is teaching it now.
yeah,
Right.
Nate and them.
Yep.
you know?
Nate and them. Yep.
yeah, we tried to be diplomatic because we said we ain't gonna teach it. Then the guy said, but is it in your mind though? Like we could
And I
reach
said,
in our
of course
brain
it's
and
in my mind. Of course it's in my mind, man.
yeah. That's why.
If your woman walked down the block and she had a fat ass and I saw it, I can't get it out of my
Right,
mind.
right.
I can say, well, I apologize,
So
but I
like
didn't
it,
know that
brother.
I didn't know you were that woman.
That was your
married
woman,
to you.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know that big butt woman was married to
Right.
you, man.
But the reason why I looked was because
Had I known that, I would have looked the other way.
right.
You know?
Yeah. But it's still gonna be etched in the mind. You know, the mind thinks in pictures. You know, and what better pictures?
It's
You
gonna
know.
take a snapshot of that fat ass, man.
Right. It's a.
And we always looking at asses.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Edomite, you like you be walking, like you see an Edomite, like your mind, you take a snapshot of the Edomite ass. You say, damn, that bitch, that Edomite got an ass like a black woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Quick precept, 2
Right, we all
Thessalonians.
think that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We ain't
If you
humble.
don't think like that, we're gonna ask you.
We're gonna have to look at you.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna ask you to join.
Whose ass you looking at?
Muslim- Muslim or something.
Second
We're gonna have to ask
Thess-
you to get with Sarnetto or something.
yeah. 2 Thessalonians
Nothing
3,
give.
1 and 2. Finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified even as it is with you,
Yep.
and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. For all men have not the faith.
And
That's
that
what those
happened.
guys were. They were unreasonable.
Yep.
What do you mean, is it in your mind? Like we can reach in our brain and pull it out, you know?
Right.
And of course we said, yeah, it's in our mind,
And
because
then
it's the
let's
truth.
say we part of a mega camp, about 5 different camps, and I get up and I start speaking, then I go into the mark of the beast of the microchip. But the rest of the camp, no, that's the,
Right.
you know, I'll
It's
bring that
confusion.
man down. I said, well, you know what, I might as well
Yeah.
get out of here, man. You know?
Unity means everyone's in the same mind.
Yeah, read it again. Read
Right.
it again. Read it again. Go ahead.
Chapter 4, verse 13. So
matter
we
of
all
fact.
come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahushua,
Go ahead, read on.
that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
Oh, well, that guy that was here.
Yeah.
He was a child tossed to and fro.
Yep.
Because he admitted, I follow Zabak,
Yeah,
I do this and I'm gonna investigate that, you know?
Right.
If the spirit's with you in your investigation,
Right.
you're gonna see it, you know?
Yeah. Because obviously, if you bounce it from camp to camp, you're not a very good detective. You know, or you're not a very good PI. You know, but
Well, I like that word. I said I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
No, it just sounds funny.
How to investigate the truth.
yeah, that's a good one. I have a quick precept.
You know us, we're not hasty to credit, as it is written in Apocrypha. Be not hasty to credit.
I got a quick precept.
That's how you got to be, man. You know? Sorry, it's what it is. You know?
This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, that you all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that you be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
So how you gonna have a unity camp? Now, if you had a unity camp, it would be one camp.
Yep.
It would have one name, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai's camp.
Right.
You know?
And everybody was speaking the same
They'd
thing.
be speaking the same thing.
Yep. Because remember back in the days, those different.
In the Marines, the military, when you go to a boot camp, what they do, man? They call you worms, right? And they turn you into a jughead, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
A jawhead.
Yep.
You know, a jawhead with the high and tight.
Yep.
They don't say, oh, he likes dreadlocks. We're gonna let him have dreadlocks
Right.
and shit in the beard. And this guy, he likes a jerry curl.
Right.
No,
With
you
a
gonna sit in that
mustache.
motherfucking barber chair, and the motherfucker gonna take that razor.
Zip that shit there.
Whoop, nets, whoop,
Yeah.
whoop, whoop, nets.
You can't have a
And then you're
Jerry.
gonna all wear the same
Yeah,
uniform.
that's right.
You're gonna do all the same amount of push-ups.
Yep.
You know, and if a guy can't do push-ups, you're gonna kick him in the ass.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Hey, well, you ain't gonna have a guy with Jerry curls and a mustache, and another guy with dreadlocks and a beard. You know.
Yep. Go ahead.
Philippians 3 and 15.
Would show you right there that no Israelite can join the military because you have to. You can't say, "Well, look, I'm a Hebrew Israelite."
You have to shave.
And I wear dreadlocks. No, you can't. You can't come in, man.
You have to shave.
You
Even
got
when,
these straddling the fence Israelites that are in the military, but they're Israelites.
right.
Motherfucker, you got to come out the military, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, because you in the military, even when you're a young man, you just got peach fuzz. You still got to shave. You don't have no hair on your face. You still got to shave.
Which that shows you that made you a heathen, man.
Yep.
And that's why they gave Cornelius a hard time.
Yep.
Because he was a heathen.
Yeah.
Meaning he was an Israelite, but he came up as a heathen.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Al.
Philippians 3 and 15. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if in anything ye be otherwise minded, the heavenly Father shall reveal even this unto you. Nevertheless, whereto we have already attained, let us walk by the same rule, let us mind the same thing.
Let us mind the same thing. Because if you went to, let's say, ISUPK, right? Now, when you deal with ISUPK, not like we're picking on them, but I'm just using them as an example. If you call their show, right, and you ask them a question, what does the scripture mean? They'll say whether they make it up or not, right? But if you take 10 of them and you split them up into separate rooms, and you ask them all the same, I guarantee you're going to get maybe
Different
10
answers, yeah.
different answers, man.
Yeah.
Now, in this camp, here, no matter who you go to in GMS, you separate all these brothers and you ask them how to break this down,
Yep.
they're going to all give you the same
thing,
breakdown,
yep,
right?
yep.
Now, if they don't, we're going to quit. Brother, how many years you been in this thing? I've been in this thing for 5 years. I said, you mean to tell me you could, we might suspend you. We might kick you out the camp.
Yep.
We might deem you to be a fucking spy.
Yeah.
You know, or we might get your ass out of here for 6 months. You know? And that's why you think I had them tests. And then you still got guys that, I said, wait a minute, nigga, you've been in this thing for 10 years. And you don't know how to break down, Daniel, whatever.
Yep.
You know?
We had the GMS homework, that page, remember we had it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's a problem. And they know you better have these precepts, you
Tight.
better have these breakdowns tight.
You better have your shit tight at all
like,
times.
what's that band out of England? The brother had, what's his Boogie
Heat
Night-
Wave.
Heat Wave.
Yeah,
the
Heat
dude
Wave.
was a military guy.
Yeah.
And he had his band
he
like
had
a
them tight.
military.
Yep.
And they were tight.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
sung,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying? Boogie
Oh, yeah.
Nights.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a bad
yeah.
cut,
Yeah,
man.
cut.
That's a bad. When they came out, brother, that's when
Oh, yeah.
Jake was partying, man. You know?
Yeah,
You better have your shit wired tight at all
That's
times.
it. Have your shit, and that's what they do in the military, man. Have your shit wired tight at all times.
Yep.
You know. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians.
Remember what happened to the fat boy in Platoon, right?
Oh, yeah,
He was
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about his woman Susie Q and shit.
Yeah.
He got shot, man. And then Bond
Bonds.
saw it. He said,
Take a good look.
No, he didn't say, "Oh Lord, let's."
Yeah.
You know. He said, "Take a good look at this sorry sack of shit."
Yep.
That's what he said, man. And some guys got offended.
Yeah.
But because he knew the guy was fat, the guy was thinking about Susie Q and shit.
Yeah.
Now somebody else, a black guy, popping Susie Q
Right now, yeah.
right now, man. You
Yeah.
know?
He said, if you don't keep your shit wired tight at all time, I guarantee you a trip out the what's it called,
Out
a
the jungle.
sticks
Out the jungle,
jungle in a
Yeah.
body
Body
bag.
bag.
Body bag, yeah.
I shit you not, yeah.
Because his shit wasn't tight, man.
Nah.
You got to have your shit tight at all times.
Hey, you showing
That's
other
a video,
soldiers.
man.
Yeah.
Have your scriptures tight
At all times. Yeah,
You know? Because we might swoop down on you.
Yeah.
You might be an ISUPK guy. We might swoop down on you and ask you questions, brother. You know? Then you're going to be looking like a damn fool. Go ahead. Got to have a little fun with this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Go ahead.
It's Colossians chapter 2, verse 7. Rooted and built up in
That's
him.
what I want.
Start at 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pastor. Sorry.
This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 6. As ye have therefore received Yahushua HaMashiach the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith.
Hold up. If you have received it, meaning I believe that I'm an Israelite in the tribe of Simeon, Reuben. Read it again, please.
It says, rooted and built
No,
up.
read it from the top.
Okay. This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 6. It says, as ye have therefore received HaMashiach.
In other words, you look at the sign, you listen to a couple of videos, then you say, I'm convinced I'm an Israelite. You know, I want to be in this thing. Okay, so that's step number 1. Go ahead.
The Lord Yahushua HaMashiach.
Go ahead.
So walk ye in him.
What? So what do you do next? So walk ye in him. That means you gotta go in his ways. You gotta study.
Right.
You gotta study. Scripture said, the brother brought out earlier, study to show thyself approved, a workman needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. What does it mean, rightly dividing the word of truth? Meaning going from precept unto precept. And when you get good at it, then you can be a teacher.
Right.
Go ahead, read on.
Rooted and built up in him.
Now you got to be rooted, because a lot of guys, they'll bring out precepts, that precept, they'll do videos. Remember the young brother from Dallas? I forget his name. He came to the house, cool brother. Hey, but he used to bring out them precepts and do them videos, and he had the production all right. And you just knew he was a man of the Lord.
Yep.
Then one day he said, I'm not going to do it no more because I have friends. Heathen friends,
Right.
and I'm not going to do that to them. But you actually, if you met him, you would actually think he was a man of the Lord. Cool brother.
Yeah, cool dude.
Cool
Yeah.
brother knew them precepts. Who was a precept man.
Diligent.
Like y'all.
He was diligent.
Yeah.
Very diligent, but then he got offended at one thing. The fact that he couldn't be friends with his have friends of the heathen nations, man. You know?
Yeah, he wasn't rooted.
So he wasn't really rooted, even though he looked like he was rooted.
Right.
Go ahead.
Rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith.
Rooted and what?
And built up.
And built up.
Right.
Yeah.
And built up. Rooted. You see this tree right here?
Oh,
You see them are strong roots.
Oh, hell
Them
yeah.
are strong roots.
Hell yeah.
This tree got to be about 100 years old.
Right.
There's a big root on the other side of it.
And if you chop that down to the stump, guess what? It's gonna grow back again.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta root it up. Uproot it,
Yeah.
you know?
And you have a hell of a time trying to uproot that tree.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You know how deep those roots.
Look at that side.
You know,
Roots go deep, man.
and you know as big as it is up there, that's probably as big as it is down there. So everything
And
mirrors.
the roots probably extend all, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why the
That's why it grows. Yeah, that's why it grows.
you see that side, there's a big root sticking out.
Yeah, that's kind of heavy how the Most High made everything, because the tree looks like that. But if you were to have X-ray vision, you'd be able to see the tree look like that underneath.
What did David say?
Because the roots.
As a tree planted by the rivers of water.
Right.
Now, what is the water? The truth.
Yeah, the truth. Yeah.
When you're rooted, you need water.
Con.
You constantly need this word. You got to constantly teach, man.
Con.
Hey, like not to bring up General Yohana stopped teaching.
Right.
Now what does it say in Amos 3? It said the Most High have spoken, who can but prophesy.
Yep.
So if you're truly a prophet, you're going to prophesy because the Most High is speaking. He needs a vessel. That's why we got to speak.
Right,
If you're not speaking, guess what? The Most High is not speaking through you.
Yeah. He'll take
You
away.
can't say, well, I did 20 years. I go, never no fucking break, man.
Right.
Ain't never no break.
Yeah.
Never no break. There's no break in this thing, man.
Nah.
Marshall used to say, Satan don't take no coffee breaks,
Yeah.
and neither should you.
Yeah, and there was times when we were out on 30. What was that? 42nd? Was that no? what was that?
What's that?
The main spot where we used to speak at on the island,
Oh yeah, yeah. 44.
but right across the street, remember on the corner.
15.
There was time we were actually there holding posts, and we were short of men, and King Mashar would hold posts with brothers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He would just actually sit there with the staff in his hand holding posts.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, and he was up in age.
Yeah, he would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. And let Mo would do that.
Yeah.
I've seen him do that.
Give me that staff.
Yeah. Because there was a shortage of men.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
That's how humble he was. You know.
This is Isaiah 43, verse 3 goes on for 2 verses. It says, "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and a surname himself by the name of Israel."
Yeah, that's what we call ourselves, the name of Israel.
God.
I got a quick
That
precept.
goes with Isaiah 19.
John 5:38. And ye have not his word abiding in you, for whom he have sent him ye believe not. So that goes back to what you said. The word got to abide in you. I mean, it got to constantly flow.
And if it abide in you,
Matter
it's
of
got to
fact.
come. It's got to come out.
Yeah.
God.
You know, he that believeth on me, as the scripture saith, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living
Yeah,
water.
that's where I was
Now,
going,
what if
yeah.
you don't? What if you the spirit is working with you, and you get filled with this word, and you don't let it flow?
Right.
You're gonna burst.
Right.
You're gonna burst, man.
The scriptures say, who can but prophesy?
Who can but prophesy?
And then Jeremiah said he didn't want to speak no more, but he said the word was burning him. So if he would have kept it in, it
So a
would have.
guy that doesn't speak no
Yeah.
more, because he did 10 years straight, he ain't a man of the Lord. He's not the man. He turned his back on the clouds, man.
God.
He's just doing that for filthy Lucas' sake. Filthy Lucas, coronavirus money. You know?
God.
Filthy, right? Go ahead.
God.
I appreciate what you guys said that the Lord needs a vessel to speak his word. So going back to Moses, Exodus 4:10. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue. And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? And who maketh the dumb or deaf or the seeing or the blind? Have not I the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth and teach thee what thou shalt say. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses. And he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do.
Yep, that's it. That's the vessel.
I got
Go
one.
ahead.
Isaiah 50:4. The Lord power hath given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. He wakeneth morning by morning. He wakeneth my ear to hear as the learned.
Yeah.
This is understanding.
Yeah, because in Timothy it says to teach other men that will be able to teach others also. You know, because it's about
Others have entered into your labor.
Con. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I got a quick precept because he
Somebody
said,
also hold, like I asked for it earlier, Galatians 1, and you can start the 6th verse. There's a lot in that.
yeah, he
Go
said,
ahead.
he said the
Whoever
most,
got.
yep, the most I need a vessel. This is Acts 9:15. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. Talking about the Apostle Paul.
Yep.
And those Gentiles, those were the Israelites.
Well, he said in Romans 11, he said that I become the apostle of Gentiles, therefore I magnify my office.
Yeah.
And now those are talking about Israelites that were scattered that didn't know that they were Gentiles. Or Israelites, right? You know? Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 6:11, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
That's it. That's a good, that's one of my favorites. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 1, verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called, but the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Go ahead, read on.
And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Now, read that again.
1 Corinthians 1, verse 26.
Now, as soon as you read that, I started laughing because I thought about this particular actor that got coronavirus.
Oh.
The guy from
Idris?
Idris. I thought about him.
Yeah.
The Most High didn't choose him.
Oh no.
The Most High didn't dare to choose him.
Oh, hell
you know?
Yeah. It
Can you imagine him being in the truth?
No.
What's his name?
Idris.
Elba.
Idris Elba. Can you imagine him being on 34th Street speaking? All the women,
All the
white
women,
women,
yeah,
all the
yeah,
men. He's a GMS.
He wouldn't make it. He wouldn't make
Yeah,
it.
he wouldn't do that, man.
wouldn't
Most
make
High ain't dealing with that dude. He ain't dealing with that. He didn't bring Denzel in the truth. Man.
Nope.
You know?
Yeah.
No, read that again.
Yeah.
Read it again.
1 Corinthians 1, verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble,
Noble, because he's considered noble.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
are called, but the
That's
most,
why he's not in. That's why he's talking about. That's why your black ass got the coronavirus,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Because you wasn't in the truth. And this guy, what's this dude that played for the NBA? What's the dude? No, he got the Kevin Durant. Now Kevin Durant got the corona.
Cannoli virus.
Not the cannoli virus.
No, the coronavirus.
Yeah,
The coronavirus, because your ass ain't in the truth, man. You know?
Who, KD?
How many Israelites did Tom Hanks? Come on. Oh, you mentioned Tom Hanks. Do you know there was a Simpson episode that Tom Hanks had the fucking disease, man?
Oh,
That
yeah.
shows you
And
it's
there
all
was
set
another
up, man.
Simpson episode that the Chinese,
Illusion.
they put the coronavirus in a box and Homer Simpson opened up the box and he got
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
Illusions. And these people are
man. Hey, they
falling
showed
for it.
this guy, Kobe Bryant, years ago, crashing a fucking helicopter accident, man, on the goddamn cartoon.
Yeah.
But then people don't see it. They don't put one and one
illusion.
together, two and two together.
Sleight of hand,
It's sleight of hand, but first of all, you got to dumb down the people. How do you
Yeah.
do it? By your
Media.
your media, but by your full system, your school system.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Now me in school, I don't know about you brothers,
Oh, yeah,
but
I
I
was the
was
same.
always being sent to the principal office.
Oh, yeah.
I was always getting suspended. I was
Yeah.
always a fucking troublemaker.
Yep.
You know?
Because you saw through the game.
Yeah, partially. You know?
I dropped out of high school, man.
Me too.
I went to 11th grade. I had enough.
Yeah, you better than me. I dropped. Hey, brother, I was going to school from the 9th grade to the 10th grade.
Yeah.
I was going to school, but I wasn't going to classes. I'd just be hanging out in the hallways. I go to the weight room.
My father knew it was bullshit. Because my father said, I'm going to take you out of that school. And I'm going to take you to the island St. Lucia. And I'm going to show you how the other half live. That was his exact words. Then I found out that the other half live. I was like, man, carrying them goddamn bananas, man, every Tuesday.
So that builds up
Oh,
character.
man.
That builds up character, man.
Man, that's some hard work. You cats up here talking about hard. Go down to the islands, carry some bananas up and down a fucking mountain. And then you can't, huh? Oh, yeah, that too. And you can't drive. If you drop the banana, it ain't no good. It's Bruce. You can't sell that shit.
Well, your character was tested with that moving job, remember?
Oh, yeah. Con.
Hey, but I was the guy, I was the king of moving.
Yeah, you
Hey, 'cause
carried
it
the
was
last
like
thing.
4 in the morning.
Yep.
We had moved a whole house.
Yes.
To someplace else. And
Yes.
the last thing was a big ass TV.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
he thought I was going to struggle. I was like,
Yep, you ran up the stairs with it. Yep, that was the last thing. Yep.
and then you looked at me like, oh.
Yeah. I was impressed, man. Yeah, and then the time was 4:44, 4:44 when we finished. It was like, damn, the moving job from hell.
Yeah. Because you needed like 10 people, man.
Yeah, we did
At
the work
least.
of it. Yeah.
It was just 2 of us, you know?
That's some hard work, man. You brothers from the islands, you know, carrying them damn bananas. Yeah, man.
Everyone used to work for mobile.
Oh yeah,
Picking up
yeah.
the big boxes.
Come.
I remember this guy, this big Jacob going, want to kick your ass or something for something.
Yeah.
And he kind of jumped in your face.
Yep,
and you
yep.
were like, what's going on? And I
Yep.
came out.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
up, man?
Yeah.
And the guy kinda
You
looked
looked
at
and
me,
he,
jumped on the bike.
Yep.
He was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on over here, man?
It takes a lot out of me to get to that level, you know. When I get to that level,
It's over.
I'm telling you, it's over. Either you die or I. You know.
All
Yeah.
right, go ahead.
Look in 1 Corinthians 1, verse 27. For the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise,
That's us. We're the foolish.
and the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Yeah, but IUCPK, they come off as the mighty, and we come off as the weak, you know? And when they came up to the camp, I said, did a video, I said, just go to another camp.
Spot, yeah.
And I guarantee you they ain't out there. I guarantee you they ain't out there, man.
Nah, they ain't out there.
They may be, they can prove me wrong, but how many weeks are gonna be out there for, man? You know? Go ahead.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 16.
Hey, the scripture said we are sheep in the midst of wolves. We're not the Most High ain't looking for no tough guys.
Yep.
Okay?
Although you do have tough guys among
You got
GMS.
tough guys that get humbled. They get
Yeah.
humbled.
Yep.
They
Good.
come. These guys from the world.
Yep.
These guys some of them were in the military. Some of them even went out to the Middle East, man.
Yeah.
Out to Iraq, man, fighting out there. But when you come into this, you come in humble, man.
Yeah. This is like a different kind of strength, you know, not physical on the out, it's tough on the inside, tough mentally. Because you got to be tough mentally to really be in this thing, man. You can't be no. What did the Lord told Job? He said, "Gird thyself as a man when you come before me," you know. So
Get up that loins like a man,
yeah,
Joe.
you can't be no sissy and you know.
Yeah, you can't get emotional when scriptures,
Can't get emotional. Yeah,
when scriptures come out, you know.
yeah, the men of the Lord were tough, man. Jacob had rocks for pillows. Think about that, you know. So Jacob was no sissy, you know. Yeah.
Well, I can sleep on anything. I can sleep on this car. If I get tired, I sleep
Well, you
on
slept in the back seat in the car.
I sleep like a baby. I don't really
Yeah,
go
that
ahead.
was something, man.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 16, I started 6. And it came to pass when they were come, and he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord Yahweh anointed is before him. But the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, for the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord Yahweh seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord Yahweh looketh on the heart.
Yeah, that's going to the story of David. David's older brothers, they were warriors.
Yep.
And these guys were big, you know.
Brolic.
And David was like tall,
Right.
but he was a stripling.
Right.
You know, like you have a guy in a high school.
Linky, yeah.
They're linky, but they still got strength, but it's uncoordinated,
Yep.
you know. So that's what they didn't realize that David was using a slingshot to chase away lions and bears, man. You know.
He didn't fully grow into his body yet.
Yep, that's right. Hey, well, he wore Saul.
Right.
He was the tallest man in Israel, man.
God.
And you know who wore his armor?
Right,
David.
King David, yeah.
You know.
He took it off. He said, I haven't proved it yet because
Yep.
it wasn't really fitting him, you know?
Yep. So the Most High, you know, they didn't even consider David,
God.
but it was David, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
what.
how the Most High, the most insignificant one is the one that the Most High is dealing with, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he said, if you have any more sons, and his father said, yeah, but that's just David. You know, he's, tender to sheep. He said, no, we'll bring him. We're not going to eat until he comes,
Then the Spirit said, that's the one.
That's the one.
That's
Yep.
the one, man. And then they didn't just make an announcement. Here's your new king.
Right.
No, he had Saul wanted to kill him, man.
Yep.
And then even after Saul got killed, there was war amongst the house of Saul and the house of David, man.
Yep.
And they were actually killing each other, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a precept for you, Apostle. As we talked about being a tough guy, 2 Timothy 2:3, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua. Now, when you go to the word hardness, this is the tough guy the Lord is dealing with. You go to the Greek word there is kakopatheo. Kakopatheo. Wait a minute. Kakopatheo, and it says to suffer, endure evils, hardships, troubles, to be afflicted. So that's the kind of tough guy the Lord, a guy that can deal with that mentally. No matter what comes his way, he's still staying the path. That's the kind of tough guy the Lord, not that outward guy, I'll kick your ass. And, nah, in here, you know, that's because really the battle is in here. It's in our minds, you know. Yeah. Yeah, you got it, bro.
It's St. John chapter 4, verse 4. It's like 1 John chapter 4, verse 4.
Suffer,
Ye are of the Most High.
hardships, troubles.
It's like ye are of Yahweh by Shema Shai, little children, and have overcome them. Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world.
Yeah. Because if Yahweh Shai is in us, like what is that? Philippians 4:13.
Right.
Philippians 4:13. Somebody can get that. Because if Yahweh Shai is in us, there's nothing we can. Well, Yahweh Shai said it best. He said you could say to this mountain, be removed, and it'll move. That's what Yahweh Shai said, right? Yeah, Philippians 4:13.
Philippians chapter 4, verse 13.
Yep.
I can do all things through Yahweh Shai, which strengthen me.
And it literally means all things. Literally. You know, through Yahweh Shai would strengthen us.
Make sure you throw that away.
And you know how we get strengthened? By going through all this bullshit, by going through the evils. Every time you go through an evil and you come on the other side, you get that much tougher. You know what the saying is, what don't kill you, make you stronger. So we become stronger and stronger and stronger, you know? And yeah, you got it, brother.
Sirach 11:5.
Yep.
Many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of have worn the crown.
That's us. That's it. And that's why the whole world says, no, Negroes, they're the
them?
Israelites. They're the Israelites.
Yeah.
Like this is unbelievable. Are you kidding me? You would be the last people to be the Israelites. Well,
Yep.
guess what? The whole world knows. How do we know that we're the Israelites? Because we're telling the world that we're Israelites.
Yeah.
In the place where it was said unto them,
In the place where it was said unto them, you are not the
sons.
sons of the Most High.
Check your
There should
battery.
be saved that you
Oh yeah, I'm good because I
Go
gave
ahead.
his brother
It
that.
says, many mighty men have been greatly disgraced,
And I gave
and
it
the
to him
honorable
100%.
delivered into other men's hands.
It was perfect. The water.
Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse
Sometimes I
5.
forget that.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah. So the weapons are these scriptures.
Yep.
Fasting is a weapon. Like if you feel you got demons on you, you're going to fast, they tend to leave, you know. Prayer, that's probably the most powerful weapon there is, that prayer, man. You know, you don't feel right in the spirit, you say a quick prayer, you know, supplication, you beg Yahweh Shem Yahushai, have mercy upon me. You know, sometimes I'll just say it, oh Yahweh Shem Yahushai, please have mercy upon me. Because, you know, you're always looking for mercy, man. You know, because we don't know who we are, you know. Yeah, you got it, bro.
Says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh,
Yep.
and bringeth into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai.
That's what this
because
word does.
That's Israel, that's the nations, that's Vocab Malone, that's Dr. James White, that's all of them, man.
All knees
Yep.
shall bow.
All knees shall bow. They're going to find out that we have the truth, man.
There's a little more. It says, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Yeah. I got a quick precept to back you up. Bringing into subjection everything under Yahweh Shai, right? Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. So that links up with what you just read.
Yeah, it says their hearts failing in fear of those things that are coming upon the earth.
Yeah. And we can clearly see why it says the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, because when the people of this world see how the Lord is going to come with those chariots and those angels and what they're about to do, everything that they thought of, it's going to pale in comparison to what they're going to see. Because Esau got jets, they got the stealth jets and all that, but imagine what the angels got.
Whatever
know?
the Esau has in technology,
Oh,
that's
Pales.
That's child's play to
Prehistoric.
the angel. That's prehistoric.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's
You know?
caveman shit.
It's caveman shit. Yep.
Yeah, there's a reason
That's why
why.
they're gonna be wiped out. There was no place found in heaven.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a war. They're not gonna want to fight the war. They're gonna
Nope.
see the power,
Yeah.
but they're gonna try to make a maneuver to turn around. That's gonna make them turn this way,
Con.
and they're gonna be going. They're gonna be terrified. They're gonna be destroyed, man.
God.
You're gonna be fucked. You're gonna get fucked up, man.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
gonna, you Edomites, you're gonna get fucked up,
Eviscerated.
eviscerated.
Ask Pharaoh.
And then when you bring in the prophecy in Isaiah 63, it tells you when the Lord come back, the main nation on his mind is Esau. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from? What does that mean? That's when Yahushua comes with those chariots to bring it to Esau,
Yeah,
man.
give me Jeremiah 49:10. We're gonna
That's
close.
prophecy. Yeah.
1 minute.
1 minute. Let's bring this out quick.
That's prophecy.
Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places,
He's being revealed.
and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Go ahead.
Leave thy fatherless children, I'll preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me.
Go ahead.
For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold,
know this one
they
too.
whose judgment was not to drink of the cup that was surely drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink them."
That's it. Thou shalt surely drink them. And that drink that the Most High gonna make you drink is not a sweet drink.
Cup of slavery.
Yeah, earlier I was going to say about those chariots. When the chariot came and got Yahushua, the disciples, the rest of them, because Judas had already left, probably by then, he probably hung himself by then. When Yahushua came with those chariots, when the chariot came to get Yahushua, the disciples, they were staring, and the angel said, "Why are you gazing?" Because of the power of it. You know, that's the point, you know. So when Yahushua come with those chariots, man, you know, powerful.
Yeah, there's a video that I did the video on it of a chariot bigger than the whole planet Earth.
Yeah.
You know?
So Esau, you about to see some shit. You think you the big man on campus? Yahushua got he gonna show you. He really gonna show you. Man.
But they get mad at us. We're
just a
like I
messenger.
always say, we're just spiritual weathermen, man. We're telling you it's gonna rain. It's gonna
get
be a
mad at
storm the day of your cookout. You can't get mad at us. We're just telling you what's gonna happen to you. Anyway, with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
Until next week, we'll see what's gonna happen.
Khan. Shalom.